You know, a lot of people seem confused about how to suggest a video for the Drunken Peasants podcast. A lot of people try to tweet them to us. A lot of people send them to Drunken Peasants email box. I'm sorry, but all of that is just wrong, okay? The only place that we look at videos and consider them for the show is if you send them as a private message on the Drunken Peasants Facebook page. And not only should you send us your links there, you should clearly label what they are. Like, here's a news story I think you guys should talk about. Here's a crazy video on YouTube. Here's someone for troll or not a troll. Here's something for a stupid ad segment. Here is me asking you guys a question. And that's where it belongs, in our Facebook inbox, clearly labeled. Because other than that, we ain't gonna pay attention to it, and you've just wasted your time. Sorry to say. Do you shop on Amazon.com? Of fucking course you do. You're a human being like anyone else, and you live in the 21st fucking century. So yeah, you're shopping on Amazon.com. But here's a question you need to ask yourself. Why aren't the Drunken Peasants getting a fucking share of that money that I spend on Amazon? Well, we could be. All you have to do is use the Amazon affiliate links provided below in every episode of the Drunken Peasants. Well, at least all the recent ones and all the upcoming ones. Check it out. If you're going to be buying something on Amazon anyway, why not support one of your favorite podcasts? In fact, your favorite podcast overall, let's be honest. Why not support your favorite podcast in the process? If you're going to buy something on Amazon, use the Drunken Peasants Amazon affiliate links so that we can get some of your money. Not just Amazon. Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audiobook in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos. The Drunken Peasants podcast is satirical in nature, and while we do occasionally delve into serious issues and discussions, our primary purpose is to entertain and amuse. In other words, don't take this shit too seriously.
From the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay. You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, where we DP the fuck out of the news. It is Friday. That means it is Stupid Ad Day.
Yeah!
Back by popular demand. It's been a while since we've done it.
And you've already watched our stupid ads.
We asked and they delivered.
We got shit, motherfucker.
Yes, they sent... We asked them to send us more ads and they did. Thank you. We needed more and you delivered.
Yeah, you fucking pieces of shit! You're shit. You're all shit. Especially you, Greg. I'm looking at you, motherfucker. Piece of shit.
Are you just like naming a random name?
Yes.
But
everyone named Greg just freaked out.
Yeah, they're like, what? How does he know?
I've done it in videos before where I'll be like, fuck you, Carl. And then someone will be like, my name's Carl. No, he said that. I freaked out for a second. It's like, I just pulled a name out of a hat, dipshit. No need to get excited. No need to cream your fucking pants, bitch.
Yeah.
So we already had some shilling shit at the beginning of the show, but we need one more shill fest. See this link here? See this? Look at this, motherfuckers. Look at the screen. You motherfuckers that are just listening, bullshit. Look. Patreon.com/DP. We're getting near the end of the month. And next month, we're going to be doing the private show. I'm going to get drunk again. I couldn't get drunk for the last private show because I was sick, so I'm going to get super drunk in this show.
Yeah, he has to make up
I'm gonna
for
fucking
lost time.
punch either Scotty or Ben in the face. Full blast. So check that out. If you want to be able to see that show, you have to become a patron, $5 category or more, before the end of this month. If you want access to our special commentary shit we do. Last time we did it with some video games. Maybe next time we'll do it with a bad movie. Who knows? That's $10 and above.
Yes.
$25 and above. You get a Google Hangout. By the way, those of you who got that perk last time, we're going to do the Google Hangout towards the end of this month. But
Coming up really soon.
Next month, though, it's going to be very early in the month because we have our European trip. We'll be gone most of the month of May. Drunken Peasants will be on a little bit of a hiatus, so we're going to be doing all of our perks right there at the beginning of the month. So you won't have to wait long if you become a patron right now or any time before the end of the month, but I suggest you do it now before you forget because you know you got a shitty memory, you stupid fuck. Greg. Also, anyone named Craig. Greg and Craig. You two are the fucking worst.
We all know it's the
audience
same
members.
name.
Yeah, and it's bullshit.
Don't try to squeak by and pretend like it's two different names.
I'm Craig.
No,
Bullshit.
I'm
Your name
Greg.
is Greg, okay? There's no fucking Craig. There's only Greg. It's the same fucking name. Just because you add a fucking C to it doesn't make it new, all right? Fuck you. It'd be like if there was someone whose name was Bin, you know? I'm Ben, and I'm Bin. It's like, it's the same. Don't fucking try to just slightly change something and say it's different.
They want to do that.
It's bullshit. Anyone named Craig, you're a fucking poser, bitch. You're a fucking poser, Craig, and you fucking know it. I've taken a stand today.
Also,
proud of myself.
One other thing, we've got
shirts.
The shirts. The link is in the description.
One more thing to shill.
Yes.
We got the Band TJ shirt. We got the Canyonism shirt.
Band TJ, Canyonism, and the red Band Ben shirts have all reached their limits.
We got a red one.
Oh, and the Smoke Pan Every Day.
Got a Band Scotty one. Got a Smoke Pan Every Day one. The Ben Cena shirt has unfortunately been retired, despite its immense popularity.
People said they didn't like the red because they don't wear red, so I made a black one of Band Ben. But only one person's got it, so maybe it was, one of the people that I heard from. So
We're a bunch of whiners, man. Bunch of fucking whiners. Wear the red one, y'all. Wear the red one, y'all.
And later on in the show, we'll play some more pictures of, the people who have sent in their shirts in the meantime since the last episode.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. If you buy one of our shirts and you take a picture of yourself, we will show you on the show.
Just like TJ outlined at the beginning of the show, send it to us just like anything else.
Facebook private
only.
Message.
If you do it on Twitter, even if I see it, I can't check multiple sources. We can only do one specific source. That makes it easier.
Ben has to devote the vast majority of his time to eating ice cream,
yes,
like banana splits and shit, and then I'll shove the bananas up my ass afterwards or before.
Yeah, we're gonna create the American version of the Banana Bar, basically.
I shit
where
out
TJ and I are the
Ben
performers.
makes splits with them. It's like a show. We're gonna take it on the road. It's gonna be very popular. I think we're gonna test it in Europe. We think it might go over better there.
By the way, we are doing the meetup in Europe.
Doing two of them.
Yeah, we're doing two of them.
One in London and one in Amsterdam. But
yes.
We don't know the exact locations yet, so.
Yeah, we don't know the exact locations. It's my goal. We will announce that by the next episode, and the dates we outlined. We posted those on Twitter and Facebook, so you can check some of our recent messages on Twitter or Facebook. You'll see.
You are so inclined.
And we're going to have it in like the early evening, late afternoon time, because we don't want to be out and about when, the crazy crowds hit.
Man.
We just want to like kick back and
fuck them crowds, dog. Fuck them crowds.
Look at this. Someone sent me this, and I thought maybe you'd have a good laugh at this.
John Cena's
It's a game.
Sexy high school adventure. Is it like John Cena's trying to nail some jailbait at the high school?
No, it's John Cena trying to nail different characters that are John Cena. It's basically an orgy of John Cena.
He's literally taking your advice to heart and going to fuck himself, Ben.
I know.
It's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah, like you can see there's 7. There's hot scenes.
Hot scenes. Funny scenes. Tough scenes. Updated with longer game. New characters. New endings. New music. Holy shit! We gotta play this. Sounds awesome.
This website looks so sketchy. I'm afraid to download it.
I don't know. Download at your own peril, folks.
Yeah.
You know?
It looks pretty sketchy.
I don't know. It looks pretty legit to me, man. I always trust bright fucking yellow and green, because if you can't... Well, I guess that is Cena's colors, though, so that's kind of appropriate.
Oh, he has a new color scheme with every shirt, though.
But it's always something awkward, like bright-ass green and bright-ass yellow. Sears your eyes out of your fucking skull.
Before we get into the video segments here, I thought maybe you might want to talk about this article here.
I might want to read an article.
Yeah, people enjoyed the Anita Sarkeesian article, so I thought maybe...
And this article, go to the headline there.
The headline is Ann Wheaton, the wife of Will Wheaton.
The wife of Will Wheaton.
Tricked Gamergate into indirectly donating to feminist frequency.
And then it says, you troll girl, because apparently deceiving people into funding things they don't actually support is awesome.
So this is Ann. I didn't even know who she was. I didn't even know Will Wheaton had a wife, so, I feel bad for her because of that, but... How do you know that she isn't the reason he's a feminist? I
don't even care about him being a feminist, because he just sucks on his own, even prior to even being a feminist, because he's Will Wheaton. And it's just like, he sucks, and I feel sorry for any girl that has to have his penis inside of her.
Oh.
Ann Wheaton, Vandal Eyes, okay. Genius and wife of Will Wheaton did an experiment on Twitter yesterday which led harassing Gamergators into causing donations to be made to one of the organizations they despise the most, Feminist Frequency. In her post on her blog the other day, Wheaton detailed her time at Calgary Expo and included one paragraph relating to the Gamergate/Honey Badger situation we previously reported on. As much as I enjoy meeting and seeing all of these wonderful people, I also know there can be people out there who look for opportunities to try to be hurtful and harmful to people who just want to enjoy a convention experience. Yeah, they're called feminists. I know this happened at Calgary Expo this weekend, and the staff and local authorities handled the situation immediately. It's an unfortunate world we live in, where angry and unhappy people try to find ways to take the joy out of life for something. She's talking about feminists! That's what they do, you fucking dumbass! But it was obvious by the thousands of people at this convention that it wasn't going to affect their enjoyment of the weekend. Keep going. Apparently, some people did not like what she had to say, and she started receiving nasty messages on Twitter. Here's what she decided to do. I know I am a good person, and I do what I can to make a positive difference in the world. For days, I have been attacked by terrible people.
It's funny. She's not only does she know she's a good person, but she
knows
is so fucking modest. I can't even handle it.
Yeah, I know I'm a good person because I make a positive difference, but all these other people who disagree with me are terrible. Yeah, you sound real nice. For every angry, hateful, or disrespectful tweet I receive from a Gamergate person, I am donating $1 to Feminist Frequency. I'm already up to $67. I will not engage in your comments, Gamergate people, but I will mute you and donate $1 on your behalf to Feminist Frequency. I am capping my donation tally at $1,000, but if you feel like matching or contributing my Feminist Frequency donation, feel free to do so. And then a bunch of people fucking say they're gonna match her, and I mean, the title of the article is kind of misleading because it's really just her doing the donation. I mean, yeah, if you want to waste your fucking money giving it to that retarded bitch Anita Sarkeesian, I ain't gonna stop you. Have fun. You know, why don't you just flush your money down the fucking toilet, you moron? Who cares? I don't. Oh, and you could donate $1 for me.
For you?
Yeah, sure. I'm not even part of Gamergate, but...
Oh, yeah, I mean...
But, sure, donate $1 on my behalf. You know, throw all your money away giving it to a useless motherfucking idiot like Anita Sarkeesian who won't respond to criticism, who has repeatedly been shown to be dishonest and manipulative and every other negative fucking character trait you could attribute to a human being. Yeah, I mean, have fun. Waste your fucking money.
Yeah.
Why don't you just throw it in why don't you just toss all your money in a burlap sack and fucking burn it? It'll fucking have the same impact on the world. Enjoy. I mean, the real headline of the article should be Will Wheaton's wife wastes money on pointless bullshit.
Someone should write that article.
Yeah, well, we just did.
Yeah.
We just did. We didn't write it, but we wrote it with the poetry of spoken word.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get right into it here. This is a Fox News segment discussing trigger warnings on college campuses.
Trigger warning.
And it actually has the factual feminist in it, who we're working with to bring on the show in the near future here.
Hopefully soon.
Another report tonight from
it's
an American
Megyn
college
Kelly,
campus where some students want to silence a speaker they don't happen to agree with. Students at a public university in Texas are petitioning against their own governor, Greg Abbott, as their graduation speaker because they say, well, he's just not diverse enough and, quote, does not align the spirit of the University of North Texas.
Yeah. Fuck you, Governor What's-His-Face.
Yeah.
No one likes your ass. You suck. You suck.
Last week, I should say, 2 other colleges were at the center of controversy after students protested a conservative author who had been invited to speak about sexual assault. Students complained that her mere presence was so offensive they needed to post trigger warnings on campus.
Trigger warnings. I love trigger warnings, man. I've actually done one trigger warning, though, in my videos.
What was it for?
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, God. He triggers me.
Right. You know, I figure, if there's one time when your trigger warning is appropriate, it's like, hey, you guys are about to see Tucker Carlson.
The haircut and the bow tie.
He doesn't wear the bow tie anymore.
He still has the haircut, though.
And
what is that weird haircut?
And his soul is still a shriveled up dog turd as well. That being the important thing, really. Yeah, he sucks. And I trigger warned people when Tucker Carlson was they were gonna have to see him because I figured, that might actually traumatize people, especially if you have small children in the room.
Daddy, what's that?
You don't want them seeing that kind of shit. They're gonna grow up to be serial killers if they fucking see and hear Tucker Carlson because they're gonna just lose all faith in life way too early on, and you don't want that.
So people could get prepared to deal with their upset. Joining me now, warning, here she comes. That author, Christina Hoff Sommers.
I'm triggered.
Who's an outspoken feminist and a resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute. Great to see you, Christina. Oh, they don't let you have that label feminist because you're not the kind of feminist they believe in, and you don't say the stuff they want you to say, and therefore they want you to shut your mouth. And if you don't shut your mouth, then everyone needs to be held before you come on the campus and told that they can go to their safe space.
Wow.
I mean, I hate enjoying Fox News and feeling like they're the ones that are actually in the right, but I mean, they
fair and balanced, TJ.
Look how long my arm is today. Holy shit.
Yeah. There are people that think that you pet my shoulder throughout the.
Oh yes. So beautiful. I'm not even touching you. My hand is like a foot behind his head, and he's still like, oh my God, no.
If you have the nerve to show up.
They have safe rooms where
I'm
they
definitely
go
not petting his shoulder because, he would not have a positive reaction. Don't do that, TJ. Anyway.
At Brown University, for example, they have Play-Doh and bubbles and tape recordings of puppy dogs. It's so infantilizing. it's so shocking to me as a philosophy professor that free speech, free expression, I mean, the campuses have become a hostile environment for free expression.
As it should be.
Yeah. As a philosophy professor, she is nothing but a tool for the patriarchy.
Patriarchy. You don't understand the patriarchy.
As I understand it, when you were going to Georgetown University to speak, they had to create
I got
a
one
safe
question.
zone for people who are so...
Why the fuck come we listening to two stupid goddamn bitches talk? We should be listening to some man folk, because, you know, we live here in this here patriarchy, man. And why am I listening to these two fucking bimbos blather on? I want to see what Chuck Norris has to say on the issue, man. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the Rangers
overwhelmed by your presence there. It was like, I can't even. And in the meantime, you had been receiving so many threats for your mere appearance, they had to give you a security guard to maintain your actual physical safety.
I don't know that there were threats, but the tone of the criticism in...
See, I like
wow,
how she
that was
downplayed
awesome.
that.
She's like, there were threats, and like Christina's like, not really. Maybe not threats.
Criticism.
Because, you know, if it was Anita Sarkeesian, oh my God, so many threats.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was like, I was actually like, you know how Scrooge McDuck would like swim in his money pile? I would swim in like a threat pile.
You know, people
rub rape threats on my tits. Oh yeah.
People asked me if Anita Sarkeesian had like this security entourage with her. It's hilarious because people actually were under that impression. And she was just
like
with two other people, like
she's the president of Feministopia, and she has like a secret security detail.
Yeah,
Secret Service.
Yeah, there was a guy in a suit with a fucking ear monitor in his ear,
just standing behind her with his arms folded in front. You know, looking at you. Who's that suspicious character, huh?
On Facebook postings and other places,
may be a threat to Anita.
The campus authorities. So they thought perhaps I needed protection from the safe spacers.
Did they give you a little Play-Doh? I mean, we're like, did you walk around?
I will say at Oberlin, I wouldn't have minded going to their safe room because it was so intense. I walk into the hall.
Safe room?
She was at...
So wait, no, hold on. They literally have like a safe room with like Play-Doh and shit at a fucking like college for
adults.
For adults?
Yeah. She said Oberlin. That's not too far from here. That's interesting.
There's a safe room with Play-Doh and fucking teddy bears and shit for adult college students.
Yes. Young adults at that, but still adults. Old enough to live on their own, get jobs, drive.
If I was going to design a safe room, it would not have Play-Doh and teddy bears and shit. It would have like a giant fucking bong and a TV, and that's pretty much it. So pretty much my living room.
And it's filled. They had kept changing the room because there were greater numbers of people wanted to come to protest me being on campus. And the room was filled with people with posters and placards and.
It's like, Christina, it is like we are ruining the upcoming generation. Life doesn't involve only people who think the way you think, college students. You have to kind of get used to people with opposing views.
No.
Okay, well, I find this unbelievably hypocritical.
It is pretty ironic
on
from
Fox News. Yeah.
I mean, Fox News, even they, I can't really say that I've ever seen them try to silence opposition. I mean, they'll try to destroy you and drag your name through the mud, and that's pretty bad too. But I've never seen them actually like take on like censorship rhetoric that I can remember. I mean, I'm not saying they never have. I'm just saying I can't remember an instance of it. But these fucking college campus feminists, they're if you actually read the story about what happened to Christina, I mean, they were trying to stop her from being able to speak. They're trying to say, free speech doesn't cover this. This is hate speech. And it's so clearly not hate speech. But they're just determined to give it that label so that they can, pat themselves on the back and be like, we fucking stood up against hate mongers and bigotry. It's like, no, you didn't. All you did was silence someone else with a legitimate fucking point of view. You're assholes. You're total assholes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, it used to be people would come and debate me or they wouldn't like my views. Now they say I pose a threat to their safety. And I am a moderate liberal feminist. There is nothing incendiary about my views. That's what's also shocking.
You don't buy the full dogma about things like the numbers about sexual assaults on campus. Neither does Brit Hume. Neither do a lot of people who aren't sexist or
Brit Hume used to be the head Fox News anchor. I don't know why she's using him as an example.
I guess, well, she's just saying that he's not sexist. I mean, I don't know if he is or not. I've never even fucking
of course,
met Brit Hume.
Right.
For all I know, Brit Hume could be, like, smacking a woman right now. Like, fucking bitch, make me a sandwich. So it is kind of a weird example because it's, it's not someone that you just immediately know, like, oh, Brit Hume's not sexist. There must be something to this. But maybe that is such an example in her mind. I don't know.
Misogynist.
Neither do a lot of campus feminists who speak out against it. But as one professor did at Northwestern, Laura Kipnis, she spoke out against this sort of rape culture rhetoric and the trigger warnings in the Chronicle of Higher Education. Well, her article triggered students, and they're demanding that she be sanctioned, and it's very bad. It's a real threat to freedom.
Yeah, I
freedom of speech.
I end this segment with the profound words of my old trainer, Dave, back in the day when I still worked out.
You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder.
That's what those students need to be told. Christina, good to see you.
Okay, yeah, just toughen up. I mean, honestly, that doesn't work for everyone.
Well, just
but I
toughen
think these people that are so sensitive, I mean,
no one should be so sensitive that
we don't need to be set up so that we accommodate the most sensitive person.
Right.
I
everything in society doesn't need to revolve around them.
But honestly, especially in office environments, I've worked in an office environment. That's how they are. You're not encouraged to say anything that anyone could find offensive.
Don't hurt anybody's feelings.
Right. I mean,
you need to just all get along and nobody say anything that's going to offend anybody else, okay? And then we'll all just get along and be happy.
It's like, what if I'm offended by the notion of silencing myself?
Oh, well, that's, you just keep that inside and never talk about it.
I like that voice. You know what? I don't think I've ever heard you speak like that.
Well, I'm full of surprises,
yeah.
man.
All right, so we're gonna move on here. Looks like Hannity had a Muslim guest that had a pretty heated exchange with this individual.
Did the Muslim guest behead him?
No, I don't even think they were in the same location.
I was that close to supporting radical Islam.
For the Council of American Islamic Relations in Florida, spokesperson for Hoda Muthana's family, Hassan Shibli, is with us. What can you tell us? What insight can you give us about this?
Words can't describe the utter shock and trauma and horror that the family is facing and the pain and anguish they're facing at having lost their daughter to brainwashing and recruitment by this terrible, extremist, violent gang of monsters, really.
Why is CARE involved at all?
So this has to do, I believe, with an American that was charged with joining a terrorist organization. And this man is the representative of that woman's family.
Okay.
Just to kind of explain what's going on here. And you can kind of see it's kind of covered up by our overlay, but you can see it says in the lower right-hand corner, the threat from within.
The threat.
Yeah. So be afraid of
from within.
Even though they're Americans because they're either, citizen, they got citizenship or they were born here.
Well, the point
be
is,
afraid of every Muslim you see.
I mean, well, it goes further than even just be afraid of every Muslim you see. What it really boils down to is just be afraid.
Well, that's their overall message.
Scary things
the war
are
on Christmas.
Happening. Liberals want to destroy Christmas. Muslims want to destroy freedom.
Especially considering you're a controversial group. Unindicted co-conspirator. Well, you're unindicted co-conspirator in the Holy Land Foundation case.
Let's not change the subject here. We're here to talk about.
No, I'm here to. I'll ask any question I want. This is my show. So, but you are a controversial group. Why are you involved?
Again, I don't know what you're talking about when you're saying we're controversial.
The Holy Land Foundation, unindicted co-conspirator. Don't deny that you don't know that you know nothing about it.
Are you done changing the topic, or do you want to talk about the reason why we're here?
I asked you a question. Why is a controversial group like CARE involved?
So the reason.
So apparently, this guy is a member of some group.
Controversial group.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the group is controversial or not because I don't know a goddamn thing about them. So I can't really tell if Hannity's question is like an unfair one or not.
I mean, it's. I mean, if he was. I don't know. He keeps saying unindicted. I don't even know what that means.
I'm assuming it means there's really nothing much to what he's saying, but I don't know because I don't really know about that group or what he's talking about with them. So
yeah.
Without actually knowing what he knows or thinks he knows, I can't really speak to whether or not it's inappropriate to ask this guy that. So.
Right. The reason we're involved is really because we had been working in that community for a long time, and her father actually attended a lecture I gave to counter extremism and to delegitimize ISIS. So when he had heard that I gave a lecture at his mosque delegitimizing ISIS and condemning that terrorist organization, he reached out to me when Huda first left. And the first thing I told him was we have to contact authorities and we have to do the best we can to make sure no other child is lost in the way your daughter was lost.
What do you think about Hamas? Their charter calls for the destruction of Israel. Is Hamas a terrorist organization?
Why are you changing? Sean.
This is kind of veering off the topic. I mean,
maybe it is.
I mean, like he said, it is his show. He can ask any question he wants.
Right. You know, I guess I can see how this guy might feel like, you know, I was really misled as to the reason
kind
I was
of
being
an
brought on the
ambush.
show.
Kind of an ambush.
Because it's like, you know, you're here to answer questions about this specific case, and then it's like, we think of Hamas. It's like, well, they don't have anything to do with this story. Yeah, but what do you think of them? I'm asking the questions here. I'm Sean Hannity. My hair is important.
That's so silly. Every Muslim you bring, you change the topic.
Is Hamas a terrorist organization? A simple question.
Invite an expert on terrorism to speak. That I'm here as a representative of Huda's family.
Hamas's charter calls for the destruction of Israel. Is that a terrorist organization?
I'm so confused. You know, one of
Are you
the
confused?
signs that
let me say the question slowly so then you will understand it.
Wow.
I don't think that was the point of confusion, Sean.
Right.
You know, I think the point of confusion is like, why are you asking me this? You know, this has nothing to do with what you claimed you wanted to talk to me about. I'm here to represent this family. What are you doing?
Hamas's charter calls for the destruction of Israel and the killing of Jews. Right. Are they a terrorist organization?
Yeah, they're designated as a terrorist organization by the State
Department. And you agree with that?
Again, that's not why we're here. Yeah, but that's not why we're here to talk. So I'm really confused why.
All right, I appreciate you being with us.
Shame on you for just asking every Muslim what he thinks of terrorist organizations. We're here to talk about
Thank you for being with us.
And how to
joining us now with more reaction is Fox News terrorist.
What was the point of that?
He just like cut him off.
Yeah, what was the point? It's like
he cut him off before he was about to make his point about why Sean Hannity does this.
He brings him on to talk about this story, and then he's like, yeah, how you feel about Hamas?
Hamas has nothing to do with this story.
Why are you asking me that? Yeah, well, Hamas says they want to kill all the Jews and stomp out Israel. You think they're terrorists? I mean, yeah, okay, they are, but what does that have to do with anything? All right, thanks for being on. Bye.
Yeah, as soon as he got his admission, you know.
It's like...
Well, I think
if the guy had said no, Hamas is not a terrorist organization,
he would have been on a lot longer.
I'm sure he would have been on for like another 20 minutes, but you know, because he's like, no, yeah, they are a terrorist organization. Shawnee's like, all right, that's enough from you, bitch. Let's move on.
Yeah, you didn't take the bait.
Some analyst.
What a cunt.
Anyway, I don't know why the music.
Let me just say, like, if anyone is ever in the same place with Sean Hannity, obviously I'm not going to endorse violence against him, but you should at least fart on your hand and then wave it in his face. Be like, hey, Sean, bitch. Because what a cunt. What a bucket of cunts. And cocks, too, I guess. I don't want to be offensive to people with cunts.
Speaking of cunts, we have a video. No.
Oh.
A video of an officer.
Officer cunt.
You know what? We should have a. I almost suggested a new drinking game, but I was afraid people would die. Take a shot every time TJ interrupts me.
Yeah, I think people would die.
I know.
Everyone would be dead.
Let's see here. Okay, so I lost my train of thought because TJ interrupted me.
You were talking about some cop being a cunt.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you. Okay. So this woman is filming these cops with like machine guns do something, and something crazy happens. I'll just kind of set.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see it.
So this is someone filming the cops.
Filming someone filming.
She's running her mouth, which is probably her biggest mistake here.
Yeah.
She should just stand there and film. She's antagonizing them, it seems. Well, but you'll see what happens next. It's pretty pathetic.
The police.
Okay, so this guy is about to do something. These guys...
You can just tell the moment he walks on screen, like, oh shit, it's on now.
Yeah.
Stone Cold's coming.
Yeah. The glass breaks and the music plays.
We have different ideas about what that music sounds like, I think.
But I could pick up a guitar and play it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because to me it sounds more like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of different music.
No, you got it right.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, Stone Cold comes out.
Yeah.
Stunner!
Watch. He's doing it kind of nonchalant at this point.
Yeah, he's kind of like acting like he's just casually walking by.
Yeah. Watch what he does next. He took her phone. Look, he's got a fucking machine gun. I just want to point that out.
Took her phone and smashed it. How dare you see me? I'm another.
Not everyone can see it, so I'll just put it here. Look, dude has a machine gun.
Sweet. You know,
it doesn't say army on their backs. It says police.
He could defend himself by saying, you know, I could have shot her, but I didn't.
He's got a pistol on his belt too. I see it on the other side.
Look at how ridiculous this motherfucker looks.
He's got fucking body armor.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to like go break into like a fucking 80s villain's fucking secret hideout in the fucking volcano or some shit. Doesn't look like a goddamn cop. That's why American police fucking suck. Why should no cop should be fucking look like this? With like a machine gun and a pistol and all kinds of stupid fucking compartments so he can store his grilled cheese and shit.
Oh, fuck.
What, are we down?
Yeah. This always happens. I don't know. Well, it doesn't always happen. It didn't happen with Sargon.
It's green again. Are we
back?
back?
Let's see. I should be able to see here. Yeah, we're up.
We're back.
Yep.
Anyway, I made a joke about the cop having grilled cheese in his vest thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, but kind of doesn't work now.
Yeah.
But we're back, and this cop sucks. Anyway, let's see what happens next.
So he stomps the fuck out of her phone.
Oh, shit.
And then they leave.
Oh, shit, they fucked her phone up.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that? I mean, like...
These cops are just dicks.
I mean,
like, you know, she has every right to be filming them. They have no right to fucking just smash her property. She should sue them, especially that officer. That guy should be fired. He probably won't even be reprimanded.
No. He acted accordingly.
That was according to police procedure, ma'am. It's our duty and obligation to act like a bunch of cunts at all times.
All right, so here's a segment that we got from Right Wing News, Right Wing Watch News, rather.
Yeah.
This is someone saying that they're ready to die over gay marriage.
I'm ready to die.
It breaks my heart that our country is going
Someone
in the
help this
direction
guy
that it's
out.
going. It also breaks my heart that no matter how loving we try to be, no matter how reasonable we try to be, no matter how much we express as one woman.
Fuck, dude, it's happening again.
Shit. Probably, if it's happening that much. None of our other shit is down. Try going somewhere on the internet. Doesn't really seem like there's too much of a problem there. Yeah, it played pretty much instantly. I don't know why we're experiencing all this downtime. It's so strange.
Yeah, see, it's happening.
Yeah, it's red. We're down, we're down. I'ma be down, I'ma be down, down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground. It's from ICP.
We're back up, I think.
We're back, but it's red.
No, it keeps going up and down.
Like a fucking porn star and a giant cock. I don't know. I'm going to entertain the well.
All right, everybody.
Struggling.
Yeah, we're back again.
Kind of.
We're not really sure what's
Maybe.
going on. You know, it because of all the issues we've been having, it may be worth moving down to 480p because we've been doing 720 and it seems like is it back to 0 again?
It's red. I can't see the numbers. Yeah. But we're having a hell of a time keeping OBS, this open broadcast software. We're having a hell of a time keeping that connected.
Yeah, and then we haven't changed anything since we had Sargon on, and that show ran fine. So, not really sure why this is happening. But, yeah, we're going to continue with this story here, because everything seems to be back up and running again.
Okie dokie.
So...
did when a gay customer came in and demanded that she provide, I think, a floral arrangement for a gay wedding. And she put her hands on his hands and said, I love you. You've been coming here for years, but I can't do that. She was still his friend. She still loved him, but he was asking her to break her commitment to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. People have to remember, Christians have...
I have a question. All these Christians, they have this big issue about selling wedding cakes to gay weddings and selling flowers to gay weddings.
Yeah, I don't know why this is the one.
How come they never have a problem, like a Christian gun shop owner is never like, you might use this gun to kill someone and that would be against my Christian beliefs. You know, like... What does it matter what someone, like, if you're a shop owner, what someone does with what you sell them, that's not on you. If there is truly a God and he is truly against gay marriage and he's truly against gay people, he's going to judge the gay people. He's not going to judge you because you sold them a cake. You know? He does. How could God possibly give a shit if you sold them a cake or flowers or whatever? That's not you condoning their lifestyle any more than, you know, me working at a fucking grocery store and selling someone a bottle of Jack Daniels means I condone their possible alcoholism. You know, you're not necessarily condoning their lifestyle just because you're selling them a product, by the way, that you've opened a business specifically to distribute that product to people. If you run a bakery, yeah, you fucking sell goddamn cakes. If you run a florist, you sell fucking flowers. You know what occasion that those flowers are being used for, or those cakes are being used for? It's really none of your fucking business.
It's funny because if the person hadn't been their friend, maybe they weren't quite aware of it.
I don't know. But it's just very strange to me that Christians act like they have some culpability about what they sell to people. Like, if you sell a cake to people who are going to use it in a gay wedding, then obviously God sees that like, oh, apparently you think gay marriage is okay, and now I'm angry as a God. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You have no culpability there.
Died for our faith in him. We've died for our commitment for the word of God. So the idea that those of us who believe are simply going to roll over because there's social pressure, when we know that we follow a long line of heroes of the faith who have surrendered everything, including the 158 children who just died not too long ago in Kenya, kids really, who would not renounce their faith in Jesus Christ under threat of beheading, under threat of murder. We're certainly not going to back up because people are upset with us. But we're not upset with them. We love them, we pray for them, and we're going to continue to fight the good fight of faith.
The whole "we pray for them" thing, it just sounds passive-aggressive to me.
Yeah, fuck your prayer. Shove them up your ass.
I think that we are sowing the seeds of our internal destruction. Because if we are not a nation based on truth, if there are no overriding moral truths and everything is up for grabs, then might.
If you want a nation based on truth, then you should immediately renounce your Christianity.
Right. And the only thing that determines who's right and who's wrong is force. But that's not the kind of nation we've been. We believe that we answer to a higher authority. We believe that there were truths that nobody could change. We as Christians believe...
Excuse me. Your ancestors were probably brought here as slaves by Christians who believe that the Bible entitled and endorsed their activity.
Right. Your ancestors, if... we don't know. We don't know when his ancestors came here.
They could have come later or whatever, but most likely they came as slaves.
And they were not Christians when they came
here. Well, they
here.
were forced to be Christians later on. I mean, like, the point being, God has not been some great moral guide for America throughout history. We've done a lot of really fucked up and crazy shit in this country over the course of our history. A lot of it was in God's name, and a lot of it was pretty goddamn reprehensible.
That marriage is one of those truths that can't be changed. Now, people can talk about redefining it, but I will always believe that there's only one definition of a marriage, and no matter what they label any other kind of union, it'll never be a marriage. Maybe in the minds of those who do it, it will be, but it will never be a valid marriage because marriage was ordained by God, and it can only be one thing, a union between one man
if you fucking
and one woman.
Just rewind shit 40 or 50 years, and people would be saying the same shit about interracial marriage. Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I think I even saw some guy come in and pretend like he was talking about gay marriage. He was kind of trolling. And then at the end, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, actually, I've got the wrong time. This was actually something that was said to a court about interracial marriage in the 50s.
It's exactly the same rhetoric.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's against God. You know.
Yeah, God wants people with their own fucking kind, you know. I guess in the gay marriage argument, it's the opposite argument. God wants people with the opposite kind.
You know, truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne, yet the scaffold sways the future. And behind the dim unknown stands God within the shadows, keeping watch over his own. I don't know what's going to happen to us for the stand that we're taking.
Makes God sound like
but
Batman.
I can say for every one of us, we will give our lives standing for the truth.
So he's a martyr.
No, you won't give your fucking lives. Gay marriage has been legalized in tons of states. There haven't been any goddamn Christian martyrs
and whole
yet.
countries. In Canada, gay marriage has been legal for several years.
I have not seen one Christian martyr themselves over this cause. So, yeah, shut up.
All right.
I mean, that's just goofy. Just a goofy son of a bitch.
Here's a Glenn Beck clip that we'll probably be able to...
Speaking of goofy sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are not Republicans. These are progressives.
Wastes.
These are no. Let's just stop. calling them Republicans. They are progressives. I believe we need to start calling Jeb Bush, not a Republican, a progressive.
By the way, Jeb Bush, the brother,
is not a progressive.
The brother of George Bush, who Glenn Beck absolutely adored while he was president.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And I doubt the policies of Jeb Bush differ very much.
Jeb Bush
from George
is pretty much a George Bush clone. I mean, he's just sort of. I mean, he's.
Well, yeah.
I can't. What are they? I mean, I don't.
All right, so we're back. Bullshit going on again, but we're still up. Sorry for the delay and everything. Actually, I don't think we actually went off the air that time. I think we just dropped like a bunch of frames.
Weird.
Is what it looks like. So, sorry. Over the weekend, we'll work on it and get everything ironed out. But on with the show. So.
That's what he is. Republicans don't, they will never admit that they have progressives in their midst. They do. They do. And I will tell you this. You guys know that we got a phone call before we went on the air. Can't release any of the details or what it was about. You know what I'm talking about, Stu?
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, you may not have been here at the table. But we
got
you know
a
what
phone
I'm talking
call.
about. Okay.
Okay, if you can't discuss any of the details, and you
why
can't,
even talk
like,
about it?
Don't even bring it up. Like, I mean, like that'd be like me saying, "Oh yeah, Ben, we got that phone call before the show. You know what I'm talking about."
Yeah, moving on.
And you know, and because of that phone call, it's obvious to me that crazy conclusion. And I wish you guys could have heard that phone call, because then you'd be convinced too. But trust me, it happened, and I can't talk about any details, but man, it was crazy. You would have been totally convinced if you heard it.
Shit's still going down, but we're still on the air, and we're just gonna get through it. But yeah, crazy shit's still going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Big, right? Big names involved.
Yeah.
Huge names.
Yeah.
And said, just please tell Glenn to continue to put the heat on, because the party is split. And half of the party is like, please, please, don't stop. So I'm telling you right now, don't stop. You are
Believing.
So he wants
everything he's saying so far is so fucking vague. It's hard to even know what to say about it.
Well, I believe what he's saying is that, you know, he wants them to go further to the right.
Sure, but I mean, he's just speaking in such vague terms, like Jeb is a progressive, we got a phone call we can't tell you about, the party's split, some people are saying this, other people are saying that. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of specificity in what he's saying, you know? I'm not really...
I feel like he doesn't want the party to win. He wants it to remain split because he's encouraging people to continue to dissent against the base.
Let's not come to a compromise. Let's, you know, it's like that Republican hard-headedness that used to be unified against, you know,
that's why they're
progressives
fucked
and shit.
Now
they've turned on each other with it.
That's why they're fucked.
And it's like, you know, they all have this culture of like, we're absolutely right and we're not going to change our minds for anything. And it's like, it becomes like that Dr. Seuss story where they have the two creatures, I think they were called Yaxes, and they can only go one direction in their life, and then they encounter each other and neither will step aside so the other can pass, and they just stand there till they fucking die. It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
We are breaking their back. The progressive Republican Party, we are breaking their back. And they are showing no signs of squirming or anything else. But are you shocked at how high level this was?
Yeah.
And actually encouraged by who came from. Definitely. Yeah.
What is he talking about? Progressive
Republicans.
Fucking Republicans. There's no progressive Republicans.
Republicans that are too liberal, TJ. I guess he means Obama.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
can see that actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, Jeb Bush is a progressive. Like, I want to hear the argument behind Jeb Bush is a progressive because it's clearly wrong.
Have we shifted that far to the right where Jeb Bush is now a progressive?
Jeb Bush is not anyone's idea of a progressive, except apparently Glenn Beck.
What the fuck's up with Glenn Beck's hand? Is it wrapped up?
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Too much masturbating. Mid-90s Kevin Nash band.
Mid-90s Kevin Nash.
Mid-90s Kevin Nash!
And you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Shocking how high up.
Yes.
And encouraging
Definitely
on who that is.
encouraging, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We will someday tell you what this is about, and I think you will. But just trust us. This is
Just
very
trust us.
encouraging.
You know, I gotta love that, man. Glenn Beck, just trust us. We'll tell you what this is about one day, but for now, just trust us. That's a reliable news source. Reliable source of information. Hey, guys, one day we'll tell you what's up, but in the meantime, just believe.
Here's a clip of conservatives treating homosexuality as if it's like, smoking or an addiction, basically.
Addicted to cock.
Why don't you see me on CNN or Today or MSNBC or Good Morning America? Because they have all the gays and lesbians on their show. But if I come on their show, I will tear down their belief system. And that's my goal, is to debunk everything that they're saying to be true when I know it's a lie. We have tragically watched our nation cave.
I mean, it's such a ridiculous way to open a speech. Like, why haven't you seen me on CNN and, the news and the morning shows and all that? It's like, maybe it's because no one knows who the fuck you are and no one gives a shit.
Yeah, I would say that is the reason why.
I don't think it's because everyone is so threatened by what your amazing intellect would accomplish and how you would just destroy the ideals that these shows prop up. I think it's just because no one knows who you are or cares.
Right. I think this is like headline news or what is it?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, it's C-SPAN. It's even less watched.
Yeah, it's C-SPAN,
Yeah.
I could be on C-SPAN.
Into homosexuality propaganda. More and more people are falling for the lie that homosexuals are born that way. Well, we know that's a lie anyway. Homosexuals have successfully made inroads into Hollywood, television, our children, public schools.
It's like the invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah. We're still having some serious video issues. What I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a break, and the stream itself will continue. Or not the stream. The video stream will end momentarily, but we will continue recording for iTunes. So I think that's what we're going to do right now. I think so we're going to take a break. We'll be back, guys. We will be back no matter what.
Okay.
So
we will be back.
Yeah. We have to do something to try and stop this.
Back.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should just pause the iTunes. You want to do that? It'll pick back up, right?
Well,
Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. While we're fixing this.
Because it keeps coming like first.
Okay.
Motherfucker am I? Motherfucker in my eyes. I don't care. Wanna be a mother? I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker, 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 motherfucker. I just wanna be a motherfucker. Came up with luck, and then she felt my nuts. She said she was as hard as me, and I was confused with that comment. I reached and grabbed her tits. She said, "Do me, baby, oh baby, do me, baby, ooh." Then she said, "Let me tie you to the bed."
All right. So.
Right, yeah.
Let's see
We're
what
back.
happens now.
We've taken drastic measures to
Mastic treasures. It's pretty crazy.
take a drink, everybody.
Take a drink. TJ interrupted.
We've taken drastic measures to get everything up and running again. So, we'll see what happens here. But I don't know. Things are starting to look smoother at this moment.
Hopefully, we'll see. If it goes down again, I say maybe just like,
Yeah, at that point, you may want to call.
Maybe it's time to just like call it a night.
Right, but I think
I do have kind of a shitty announcement, I guess.
What's that?
I got a message from Christina Hoff Sommers.
Who's that? Oh.
Yeah, the factual feminist.
Yes.
Who previously, when I tweeted her, was like, "Yeah, I'll be on the show," but now she's saying, "Hi, TJ. I had seen some clips of your show, including one where you go after me, and found you to be smart and funny. But lots of friends are telling me the show is not for me. Sorry, Christina Sommers."
Okay. Well,
it's her choice. I don't know who these fucking friends are who she is letting dictate her life. Where it's like, oh, my friend said it's not good, so I ain't gonna do it. But in my response to her, I basically said, listen to the fans. Don't listen to your fucking friends, because I know a shit ton of people want to see you on the show. And if you want to see Christina Hoff Sommers on the show, her Twitter handle is @CHSommers. Sommers is spelled SOMMERS. So if you do want to see her as a guest on the show, let her know, you'd love to see her on the show, and that you do think it'd be a good fit for her, because apparently she's got people saying that it's not a good fit for her. I think it'd be a great fit. She loves freedom of speech. We love freedom of speech. She's critical of modern-day feminists. We're critical of modern-day feminists. I think we've agreed with everything we've ever seen her say. I don't know why the sudden reluctance. Maybe it has to do with the banana. I don't know.
Dick and fart jokes, whatever. You know.
Yeah, or maybe we're too raunchy and vulgar, but she's a free speech champion, so yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'd like to see her on the show. I'm sure you guys would like to see her on the show. Let her know that, because maybe she'll change her mind when she sees that that's what people want. But of course, ultimately it is her choice, and I don't want anyone harassing her to be on the show, but just letting her know that it is something you'd like to see. Okay, so that being said, let's move on.
All right. Let's see. Here is a conservative by the name of Brian Fisher saying that legalizing gay marriage will turn the Bible into Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf.
If the Supreme Court imposes same-sex marriage, then I'm suggesting to you they're going to turn the Bible into Mein Kampf. They will turn every Bible-believing pastor and Christian into Bull Connor. They will turn every church into Bob Jones University, and they will turn the entire First Amendment into confetti.
The Bible is already worse than Mein Kampf anyway. I mean, Mein Kampf is just, the ravings of some lunatic who fucking wants to kill all the Jews. The Bible is, there's tons of people that are fucking genocided in the Bible. The Midianites.
What about most of humanity by God?
Right, God pretty much kills the entire human race because we're not pious enough in that book. Children are ripped apart by bears for making fun of a bald guy. I mean, there's tons of shit like that. So I would say the Bible is already a gruesomely violent book that supports things like slavery and genocide, and it really, it is kind of comparable to Mein Kampf. The only difference is it's probably a little worse because it's multiple authors and way more people have read it and way more people are influenced by it.
Now here's what I mean. Anyone after Tuesday or after June when the ruling is published, anyone who opposes the normalization of homosexuality will be treated as a racist. Anyone from that day forward in America who opposes the normalization of homosexuality, who opposes same-sex marriage, will be lumped together by the Supreme Court with the Nazis, with the KKK, with slaveholders, and with Aryan supremacists. And the Bible will be classified.
If it's the company you're going to keep, I mean, I don't really have a problem with you guys being lumped because you pretty much do operate on the same belief structure as the KKK. And in fact, if you had been alive during the KKK's heyday, you probably would have been a fucking member, dude. I mean, the KKK at one point in America, it was not some fringe group. This was a group that, millions of Americans belonged to. And it was extremely popular.
It's like the Elks Lodge.
Right, and they had marches down the street and people came out and cheered them and supported them. So that was a mainstream social movement.
Yeah, now everyone laughs at them because now we've become more aware.
Right, they're on the fringe, and not many people subscribe to that sort of ideology. So, I mean, I would say that you people who are so vehemently against any sort of gay rights issue, you just feel like, I mean, just look at how gays were treated back when you guys had your fucking way. We've watched the propaganda films here on this very channel, where homosexuality is
a homosexual
equated with being a fucking child rapist. So, I mean, that's the mentality that you want to go back to. So, yeah, I think it's fair to label you a bigot and a social regressive and an asshole.
Classified as hate speech from the beginning to the end, and it won't be long before efforts are made to ban the Bible in public schools, to ban it in school libraries, to ban...
Hold on. We haven't even banned Mein Kampf, you idiot. We haven't even banned armed Nazi rallies. Just a week or two ago, there was an armed Nazi rally in Toledo that they had a permit for, and the police were there. Not to stop the Nazis from having a rally, but to protect them from people who would kick their ass for trying to have a goddamn Nazi rally. America has always been supportive of free speech, even for people whose speeches are totally antithetical to the values of the country in general.
Yeah, the police were there to protect them.
We even, you know, even when the Westboro Baptist Church, who everyone fucking hates, even when their rights come up in court, the courts side with them. Because America is a country that strongly believes in the freedom of people to say what they want, to believe what they want. Even if we all agree that it's wrong and it's stupid, we stand up for that right, or at least a lot of us do. So there's no way the Bible is going to be fucking banned. Especially, we're not going to go from 80% of people are Christians to the Bible is banned. I mean, it's just stupid. You're such a fucking liar. You know damn well that you're full of shit. Because there's no way you're this stupid.
He's pathological.
You know, you're just basically trying to mislead people who you do think are this stupid.
In public libraries, and to forbid the study of the Bible or the reading of the Bible on any campus in any public setting.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No. Even books which people find way more offensive aren't banned.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I can even think of any book being banned from anywhere was...
It was Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer or something like that?
I mean, well, you know, I mean, there have been books that have been, like, banned from school libraries. And
sure.
Shit. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I mean, like, pervasively, like, banned and you know...
You mean like the Anarchist Cookbook or something like that?
Yeah, something like the Anarchist Cookbook that actually tells people how to make bombs, or books that tell you how to get away with murder, or, you know, how to commit acts of terrorism. And even those, that's kind of a legal gray area. You know, you can still get the Anarchist Cookbook. You can go online, find a copy, and order the damn thing.
All right, so next one here is...
Just don't look for it at Barnes & Noble.
All right, so we're gonna move away from the news for a second here. G-Time Johnny made a video thanking us
because we're the greatest.
Yeah,
we're the best around.
So this was probably the video request that I got the most today, sent by viewers. So.
It's a panoramic shot.
Yeah.
Where is G-Time Johnny?
He's behind the camera.
Where is he? He's transformed into a cat and a dog.
Hi, Scaredy. Good to see you, Scaredy. I rarely get to see this cat. This cat doesn't like cat food, and so it lives off the land. Look at it. That's right. Its name's Scaredy. It's always scared. Hi.
Hi,
this
Johnny.
Is my video
Hi, Johnny.
Thanking
How
the
you
Drunken
doing, buddy?
Peasants. I have been.
You're welcome, Johnny.
Accumulating research on YouTube for 5 years, and you know, it's my evolution. I knew that I was onto something, but I didn't know what it was.
LSD.
And then, you know, but I knew that the answer was simple, but finding the answer was hard, because all of us have this logic taken away, that we lose, you know, where we came from.
For some
Because
reason,
we're
like, I don't know if it's just the fact that he's, like, outside and he has a dog and he's talking in such, like, a pleasant voice.
Yeah.
But I'm really feeling like G-Time Johnny for president right now.
Hey.
You know? This almost feels like a political ad, you know?
I'm not ashamed to admit I'm a Christian. Like that kind of ad.
Yeah, almost. Like, you know, G-Time Johnny comes on, it's like...
It's very...
hey, I'm not a Catholic time terrorist, and I got this dog.
Ported with language,
and I'm one with nature.
Into, at this time, the 2015 paradigm. You know, I feel sorry for the kids in school right now. That's really what's motivated everything. And that the Drunken Peasants... Hi, Bossy. Come on up. Want to come up? Say hi to Drunken Peasants? Come on up. Come on. She's the boss. She doesn't really do that shit. Come on. Come on, hurry up. Hi, boss. You can do your own rules because you're the boss. Say hi. Say hi, Drunken Peasants. Oh.
Hi, dogs.
Hello, dogs.
I know. I'm telling them. I mean it, too. And that's where that... I know.
The dogs are the real
that's where
masterminds.
the whole
G-Time
thing
Johnny
about the
just
Drunken
speaks
Peasants,
through them.
Finding this research that I've been accumulating on YouTube, I honor you with oh my gosh. I never knew. It was so simple. All right, you're mini. You're born. Language is natural. Okay? When Minnie's born, that nothing has a name. Because we can't really transmit that back to generations. St. Bernards, I rescue St. Bernards because they're made to rescue us. And these guys rescued me. But, you know, St. Bernards, you know, when they're born, in any life, that's moving life that has a CPU, life that consumes fuel, you know, biology is fuel. Hey, if I...
So...
It's just very calming so far.
What's your take on it, though?
I feel very relaxed. I don't really feel like he's said very much just yet.
Okay.
Mostly just been playing with his dogs and his cats and, you know, talking about... I mean, I guess he's kind of getting into something now about organisms that move. I mean, like, things with a CPU, like a brain, you know.
I had to. I'd eat Minnie if I was going to die. But, I mean, she'd have to be dead first. I would never kill her. But, you know, I mean, if that... I don't know. Can I say that?
Yeah, you just did.
Yep.
Saying that, picture Minnie's brain, okay?
Okay.
And then look out her eyes, and you'll see a world with no, you know, that's above language, that doesn't have a name. That Galileo said, look, guys, the Earth revolves the sun. All right, and so that we are that life, and we're like riding this skateboard around the sun, and that, you know, we lost our animal before human because of a technology known as recorded history. All right, or recorded language. How is recorded history recorded? It's recorded with recorded language. Well, the thing is that there's a bunch of behavior going on here that we get lost because we're feeling beings. We're energy. I mean, we are, you know, that we're physics aware thinking energy. Don't be
physics aware thinking energy. I want a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
Physics aware thinking energy. It almost sounds like something you hear in an anime or something.
Yeah.
Physics aware thinking energy. Ah!
Someone sent in a song of G-Time Johnny, like, singing. They took one of his videos, and he's, like, singing a metal song, and it's so awesome. There's, like, an epic guitar solo in it and stuff. I'll skip ahead a little bit here. People said we have to play the end of this video.
Okay. The end.
And then I'll play the song because it's pretty cool.
And that we actually, you know, we produce it. And so that we go from single-phase cells to multi-phase cells. And that, you know, when it comes to stationary life, we're all the same. We are all the, you know, that our cells from a brain standpoint, you know, point of view, but every cell has a brain of its own. And that we are one body, and that, you know, the body of mankind, the body of America, California, you know, all of the coding is there. But you have to start with nothing has a name. But she is Minnie, and she is the diva. You know, see, that's just what I'm saying. That's our word slaving of her. She's so sweet. Anyway, Drunken Peasants podcast. You guys did a lot for humanity.
Woo!
You did a lot for the future of mankind.
Sweet.
Because I'm gonna put this G-timers of the tech age in motion pretty soon.
Motherfucking
G-time, it'll be like a vote. Every dollar is a vote to go to Galileo time and start exploring it. Man time is a time when everything's word slaved. You do not get a unique relationship with the future because we had language. Children, you have to get brainwashed. You have to operate from the man-time paradigm because we have language that is recorded. Okay, so we're going to go the other way. That's what G-timers of the tech age is. That we're going to go above recorded history. That nothing has a name up there, and every kid gets a unique relationship with the future and gets to fix everything we made instead of being enslaved by everything we made. I mean, I could go on and on. I could probably talk for hours on this. Is that if you look at the abolishment of, why I love that I'm lucky to be growing up in California, and even though that we were, consumed by technology in 1850, that's when it became a state, is that, how can I say it in a simple way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish you could.
We're like, if you look at ants and where that everybody ran, who were the craziest and the happiest and always had 1 foot over the line. Well, we ran out of room when we hit California. Okay, and so that's why that the internet's from California, Hollywood's from California. That model is there. Move your finger, model the internet. Give every cell a brain. You know what? As far as like a stepping stone, peasants, drunken peasants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were the most evolved on the internet. They found me.
We are the most
evolved, according to G-Time
Yeah,
Johnny.
I mean, we can put that in an ad, like, the most evolved on the internet, and then we can, like, quote G-Time Johnny.
Yeah, if we ever put out, like, a Drunken Peasants book or album or movie or something, that's on the box art for sure. The most evolved on the internet, G-Time Johnny. The Drunken Peasants. We found him. We found G-Time Johnny, and in the process, enlightenment.
I really want to play this song. It's pretty epic.
Let's play the song.
All right, here we go. This is by Ben Duncan.
My heart is earth-time biology. My mind is man-time biology. That ought to be the heart, the mind, me in catastrophe. We gotta be real, man. Look at these legs. We're from Earth. Nothing has name. We're above all that for us. Technological, yeah. You gotta be you. Live your dead in high town. Talking about technology, anything that needs us to exist does not need to be. We don't need to be below it. My heart is earth-time biology. My mind is man-time biology. That ought to be the heart, the mind, me in catastrophe.
Yeah! Yeah, motherfucker! G-Time, motherfucking Johnny!
G-Time Johnny is like, he doesn't even try, and he's like the ultimate front man.
He's awesome. He reminds me of, I don't know, like Jesus and Charles Manson.
Jesus Manson?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess someone came up to Josh Fairstein in public.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. This is great.
Well, you got a picture of this? Oh, sure. Ready? I was going to ask you the ministry's going. Because you had
how's your ministry going?
How's the ministry going, buddy? Oh, it's great.
a camera. Did you ever buy the camera?
Actually, yeah, so we actually bought two. So we actually bought 2 Canon 5Ds and an entire studio.
Okay.
So
oh, that's good.
Yeah. So Josh Furstein, he ran this big fundraiser so he could buy like a red camera, like a Red 1 or some shit. It's like a $20,000 camera. And I guess that even though he raised the money, he only bought like a couple of Canon 5Ds, which are...
It still looks like he's shooting him on.
Yeah, and he's still continue to this day, still shooting the shitty iPhone videos. So it's very strange. He says he's got a studio and some new cameras, which are not even the cameras he said he was going to buy, and yet he's still shooting a bunch of crappy iTunes videos, usually not even in landscape mode, but in portrait mode, which of course doesn't make any sense for a YouTube video. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange, kind of bizarre. And what the fuck is he wearing? The fabric of that shirt looks like the hat that Marty wears in Back to the Future 2.
So I was actually talking to the Nightline guys, and they
look at the kids in the ring playing like bull.
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing like they're a bull.
Yeah. Well, it was awesome meeting you, bro.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go over here and do this other stuff, so...
It was like a meet and greet.
Nice meeting you, Josh.
I saw a video that he made recently where he kind of made the same argument that Joe the Plumber had back when Joe the Plumber was running.
You know it's a quality argument if Joe the Plumber made it.
Basically saying, like, you know, the right to carry firearms is why we don't let Nazi Germany had machine guns survive the Holocaust.
Yeah, if only the Jews had been armed to the teeth, they could have fought off Hitler and his thugs.
Alright,
should have been like Inglourious Bastards, you know?
This next video is from a conservative nurse that makes YouTube videos.
I think we might be down. Does it say 0? I think it does. We might be down, I'm not sure. Okay. Cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So the next video here is from a conservative nurse that makes anti-vaccination videos on YouTube. And in this one, she says that vaccines are medical rape.
Medical rape.
Yes.
I feel sorry for anyone who actually has this person as their nurse. The Patriot Nurse. Oh, God.
Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and in today's segment I want to discuss with you some points on vaccine choice. And this video comes due to a lot of questions that I've gotten and a lot of...
I just want to say people like this have... I was never fond of it to begin with, but they have totally ruined the word patriot.
Yes, they have.
I mean, like, when I hear someone say they're a patriot, I'm like, oh, so you're like one of those ultra-conservative... pretentious constitutionalist fuckwits.
It almost seems
basically.
Like it almost has like the same feel of like a mental illness at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
yeah, Sally's well, she's patriotic, so
she's a patriot.
She probably talk very slowly around her.
She's got that "Don't tread on me" flag.
Try not to mention anything about minorities, you know. And you know, if she goes on a tirade about how Obama is a, you know, communist fascist who's from Kenya and wants to destroy Israel and America, then just nod politely and drink your coffee.
I guess people asking me to make a video on this again. A while back I made a video called Why This Nurse Will Not Vaccinate, and it got a lot of publicity, but I really want to get to the core components of vaccine choice, because when it comes right down to it, we are engaged right now, certainly in this country, in a fairly epic battle between freedom and science. And I want to go over a few points with you, because I'm sure you've probably...
I wasn't aware that science was like firmly in opposition to freedom.
Yes.
But apparently there's an epic battle going on between freedom and science.
Yes.
As if science is the opposite of freedom.
Probably heard them in the midst of people going back and forth. Vaccine choice, pro or against or halfway in between, is a very heated subject. It's a very emotional subject for a lot of people. And I want to kind of clear up some of the issues here with the argument. So I have 4 points that I want to go over with you guys today, and let's go ahead and move forward. The first one is herd immunity. You have a lot of people who say, the people who are denying vaccines or who are refusing vaccines, they are hurting us as a collective in the United States. They're hurting the whole group and the herd immunity of the group. And my counter to that would be, I'm not going to engage in the science at this point. I'm just going to talk about the fundamental tenets here of what's on the line.
Then shut up. You can't bring a personal argument up against science. I'm not going to talk about the science of the issue. I'm just going to fucking spout some ideological bullshit.
I don't have facts to back this up.
Yeah, why don't you just shut the fuck up then? If you want to have your little stupid personal opinion that doesn't make any sense, that's fine. But don't attempt to use it to refute science if you don't have anything to actually counter the science with.
Let's not even talk about the science.
Just
and what really is on the line is people calling human beings cattle. We may be part of a group of people.
Shut the fuck up. That is so not what is meant or intended by people saying herd immunity. They're not comparing them to cattle, you fucking... I mean, maybe you should be compared to cattle. You have about the fucking brain of a goddamn cow, but... I mean, Jesus Christ. Are you really going to go there? It's almost like you're just going out of your way to be offended by something because, you can take the wording and twist it this way. Therefore, what they said herd immunity, so obviously they just view us as fucking cattle.
But I am not a piece of livestock. I am a sovereign human being that has the ability to make choices, regardless of the approval of the scientific community. I have the ability as a free human being.
You could choose to fucking sit there and eat pig shit all day. I mean, yeah, you got the fucking choice. Doesn't mean that there's any wisdom to it. Doesn't mean it's actually defensible in any way. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Fucking Ben getting in my damn way.
This country, for sure, to be able to say what I want in my body and what I want in my child's body. I also want to delve a little bit further into that word herd. To use the term herd immunity, while perhaps it can have a sort of bucolic nature about it, making people think back to the farm and to the herd, what it does very subtly is suggest to the mind that we are cattle, livestock that are owned. And the question is then, who owns us, if not ourselves?
You're absurd. You're so fucking absurd.
Not only is she a nurse, but she's also a patriot.
Man, if this bitch was my nurse, I would fucking just tell her to fucking drown me in the bedpan. I would not be able to put up with this shit.
Bedpan.
I mean, god damn. I mean, it's less full of shit than she is.
Does the medical community own us? Does the state own us? Again, I would go back to herd immunity, fine. If you want to hold on to that, then that's great. But when it comes right down to it, we are free human beings. We are sovereign human beings, capable of making our own decisions regardless of whether or not the herd agrees or not.
Okay, well then let me ask you this.
The medical
Do you think you have the right to fucking set your house on fire, even though it might light your neighbor's house on fire in the process? Do you feel like you have the right to just shoot a gun up in the air, even though one of the bullets might come down and hit another person? Do you feel like you have the right to, drive a car that is unsafe, and even though it might fucking harm other people on the road just because you have your fucking choice and autonomy?
I don't feel like tightening my lug nuts all the way. I like them loose when
Yeah,
I drive.
I mean, you don't have the right to just endanger other people in the name of my freedom, my freedom. I mean, that's the fucking argument that's being made, and you don't have. don't see how you have some great sacred right to put everyone else at risk by being stupid.
Community is not a...
You want to just endanger yourself, fine. And when they talk about herd when they talk about the herd, they're just saying that, a group of, I mean, they could use the word group or any other fucking word. It doesn't mean that, we're just cattle who are owned. It just happens to be the fucking word choice there.
Feudal lord, okay? The doctor is not a feudal lord. We are not peasants. We are free people. I also want to catapult forward on that and talk about the whole for the better of society, societal betterment. That excuse has been used by every major dictator in the past 100 years for sure. But a lot of people with very dastardly plans have used societal betterment to achieve their purposes and to use peer pressure to force people.
I like how she put societal betterment in air quotes.
Betterment. You're right. Some dictators have used that. Probably a lot of them, maybe even all of them. But all of the positive changes in society have also come from people doing that.
What politician doesn't promise a better society?
Right. They
just say their ideas are the best.
Right. So we should actually, instead of just appraising the language they use talking about the ideas, maybe we should look at the actual ideas and see what the merit is, instead of just saying, the anti-vaxxers say, the pro-vaccination people say vaccines are good. Hitler said things were good too, therefore they're like Hitler. It's like, this is shitty logic.
To do it. The initial intent may be good, but forcing compliance and forcing an individual to capitulate to the betterment of society and to the goals of the state or whoever is in charge at the time, that can have very disastrous ramifications, not only for the individual but for the entire herd. The next point that I want to bring up is...
You just use herd, what? You just fucking got through bitching about people using the word herd to describe people because, you treat them like cattle, and then you just use the word herd.
I can tell we have a new favorite for TJ.
Okay.
The concern that at-risk children, mainly children who are too young to be vaccinated, are somehow being threatened or harmed to a greater degree than they otherwise would be. And the question here is always the familiar, what is your calculus here in your quest for safety? Are we willing to threaten choice? Are we willing to sacrifice choice for a select group of individuals' safety? And I understand that there are vulnerable people here on the line, but when it comes right down to it, we have to understand that there is always a trade-off between freedom and safety. And if you're really wanting a society to be better safeguarded and protected, defaulting to freedom of choice overall is your best guarantee to do it. Freedom of choice.
Okay, I just listed plenty of issues where freedom of choice should take a back seat to what's best for fucking society. I'm sure there's people who think, I should have the freedom to drink and drive, but, they shouldn't, because that's fucking dangerous, not just to them, but to other people around them. And yeah, vaccines are kind of like that. I don't think that we should risk outbreaks of diseases that are preventable just because some people irrationally don't want to take the fucking medicine. If you don't want to take the medicine, I'm sorry, but my response is fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your choice in the matter. I don't think that your choice, we should have fucking a measles outbreak in America just so some retard can make a bad choice. That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
For the individual is the best guarantee of overall societal freedom and prosperity. Individuals have liberties and rights. Collective societies do not.
Yes, they
Another
do.
Point.
What are you fucking talking about? They do not. Yeah, they do, you moron. When did you ever even make an argument against that?
Collective societies do not.
That I want to bring up is that the science behind vaccines is solid. Some people will say, why would parents be allowed to deny their children life-saving measures? Again, the answer to that, the check on that is at what cost? Are we willing to allow the state or the medical establishment to form some sort of tyrannical overlordship that dictates whether or not a parent is allowed to do this for their child or that for their child. And I'm going to flip this around.
Yes! We already fucking have that.
Yes. People that are neglecting their children, there are laws against
You're
that.
not allowed to starve your children or beat your children or fuck your children.
If your children are injured, you're supposed to get them medical attention.
Right. Of course, there are some exceptions for that for religious reasons.
Which is garbage.
Stupidly enough. But we already regulate how people can raise their children to an extent. This is nothing new to that. I mean, do you honestly believe that people should just be able to do whatever they want with their children, even if it's bad for their children? Would you support fucking people who want to fuck their children in the ass? Or people who want to fucking beat their children half to death with a fucking, riding crop or something? Would you just be fine with all that? I don't understand where your fucking logic here. You're basically acting like you're in support of a fucking society where absolute freedom of the individual, fuck the fucking community, fuck the herd, and parents have absolute rights over their children. No one needs to be telling them anything else. So apparently you just believe that anybody should just be able to do any fucking thing at any time. That's just a recipe for disaster. Society needs some fucking rules, otherwise you can't have a society. You just have a bunch of people looking out for their own fucking interest.
People feed their children abysmal diets all day long. Things that are, I would submit, potentially very deadly long term. Getting your child started out on a steady diet of hot dogs, processed food, mac and cheese may be the American way, but I think we've seen within the past 40 or 50 years that that's a very deadly and morbid way to spend your life. So there are many things that parents choose or don't choose that could potentially result in their child having an increased risk for disease or for dying, but not all of these are mandated.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's because we fucking decide that on a case-by-case basis.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's not just black and white like that. Of course, there are things that are moderately unhealthy. I don't know. Yeah, let's move on because she's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally every other word out of her mouth, I'm just like, oh my God, that's such a bad argument. She just makes terrible argument after terrible argument. It's frustrating to listen to her talk. But yeah, we can move on. Sure.
Yeah, and none of it is why it's not a good idea, to not vaccinate your children. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom.
I mean, that's just a useless emotional argument.
Yeah. All right. So
nothing to do with facts.
Next, we're going to move on to a news story. I guess students at a Pittsburgh school organized an anti-gay day.
Anti-gay day. Fuck them faggots day.
A hateful message in a local school has administrators taking notice. Posts on social media indicate some students at McGuffey High School encouraged each other to wear flannel shirts for what they called Anti-Gay Day. Channel 11's Kara Sapida is live and asked the school leaders how they're responding.
So how do you feel about that so far?
I mean, it depends on how far they took it, really.
Yeah, I mean, wearing the shirts, whatever.
If they just decided they were going to wear flannel shirts.
And within their own circle, they knew what that meant.
To say, oh, well, we are wearing flannel shirts because we don't support gay people. It's like, I mean, I kind of appreciate them taking the time to be like, hey, I'm going to let everyone know I'm an idiot. Here's my flannel shirt declaring my stupidity to the world.
It's kind of like, do you remember when everyone went to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Even Sarah Palin's like, I'm at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Because I hate the faggots. Yeah.
Peggy, nationally, today is called a Day of Silence. It's a day where students across the country can call attention to gay and lesbian bullying and harassment that in some cases leads to suicide. Well, in this local school district, students decide to organize an anti-gay day. This is a way that they are protesting it, but other students say that it crossed the line when it became physical. The controversial photos are making their way around social media. Students at McGuffey High School in Washington County organized what they call an anti-gay day. Seen
I love
here.
I love how these fucking high school students, they're so fucking tuned out of anything to do with politics, but then a bunch of assholes will actually get together and fucking organize some shit like this.
Ironically enough, they look like a bunch of gay farmers.
Yeah, they do. The pose is gay. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This looks like you could almost go to like a fucking porn site, you know, like
gay farmers.
Farmersandflannel.com.
Yesterday wearing flannel shirts to show solidarity and writing anti-gay on their hands.
You know,
it just hurts me to see.
I have a flannel shirt. I didn't know it was a symbol of like, this is the most heterosexual shirt possible.
Fuck, like back in the 90s, people wore flannel shirts all the time. It was like fashionable, like the grunge fashion.
Yeah, the grunge era.
How rude and cruel. And some of these people were my friends before this started.
Students tell Channel 11 the anti-gay movement was hurtful to begin with before they say students crossed the line and became physical.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at that point, fuck them. I mean, you know, as stupid as I think their anti-gay day is, I'm not really against people expressing their opinion, no matter how fucking offensive or stupid I might find it. But, you know, if you want to wear a flannel shirt to be like, I hate faggots, I mean, whatever, you know, that's your choice. But, you know, I don't know. Let's see how it became physical.
There was pushing, notes left in people's lockers, things flicked at them, posters hung on like homosexual students' lockers.
Zoe Johnson took to Facebook saying this is why
fuck
so
these
many
people.
students hate going to school. She also spoke out at last night's school board meeting saying something needs to be done by administrators. Dozens of parents also reached out to Channel 11.
It's the parents that I'm friends with who are concerned about it, who don't want this happening, and they're hearing that the school's doing nothing.
We reached out to McGuffey's superintendent. She would not do an interview but released a statement saying allegations of harassment were brought to the attention of our administration. McGuffey School District will continue to investigate all allegations. We will follow our student code of
Investigation.
You know, it's the exact type of response you would expect.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, yeah, we're going to investigate that. In other words, we're going to do nothing and just kind of hope this blows over.
of conduct and file legal citations as warranted. In the meantime, several students told us they're afraid to go to school.
It's sad to me because it's a high school and we should feel safe here, but we don't. It's starting to get worse.
You ain't safe anywhere. You're on a fucking rock
Yesterday,
circling a nuclear explosion.
Students did wear flannel shirts to school, and today we're told they wore orange shirts. We're also told that next week they have an entire week's worth of attire for Anti-Gay Day planned. We're also told there's a
Jesus
quote,
Christ, how long is Anti-Gay Day?
Yeah, now it's like Anti-Gay Week. I don't know.
I would say just fucking expel all those students.
Or suspend them at the very least.
Expel them. It's not like they're going to accomplish anything in life anyway. Just expel them and maybe even execute them.
with a list of names on it going around the school. Reporting live in Washington County, Carol Sapaida, Channel 11 News.
Yeah, I mean, if they're actually going around harassing people and leaving notes and pushing people and getting like, maybe it didn't sound like it ever came to violence, but it sounded like, you know, it came into like intimidation and bullying and shit. So I would say the school definitely needs to just put an end to this shit.
By the way, everyone, if you're enjoying the show, hit the thumbs up. Helps out the show a lot.
Thumbs up, especially when we have a show that's gone down so many times.
Yeah, well, if you notice, it's a lot better now.
Yeah, it's a lot better. But, yeah, please give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the show. Also, support us on, Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/DP, like I said.
I'll put a clickable annotation right there.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the next private show where I'll get shit-faced, if you want to hear our next commentary, if you want to participate in our Google Hangouts, or if you want to be mentioned on the show, any of those fucking prizes or fringe benefits or whatever are available if you become a patron, and we're going to be doing our next private show very early next month, within probably the first 5 or 6 days of the month.
All of this stuff is going to have to be done.
Right,
so
all of it's got to be done in the first part of the month.
You know, any perk, if we're going to plug you on the show, you're going to be a guest. You know, you're submitting a segment, you know, because we'll be gone for the second half of the month of May. So, you know, we have to get all this done, you know, before we're actually about 1/3 of the way through the month.
Yeah, and so if you guys, if you want to be part of that, you have to become a patron before the end of this month.
Yes.
I recommend that if you're not a patron and you want to participate in any of that stuff, especially the private shows, I would say, because they're so much fun usually, check that out. go become a patron. Patreon.com/DP. Also, of course, audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants. Follow us on our social media, and we got shirts, and we also have our Amazon links down below. So if you're going to be purchasing something on Amazon, please do it through our affiliate links so that you can support the show in the process.
Yes.
That's enough
So many
shilling
options
for this segment.
So many fucking options.
Shilling, shilling, shilling. Chill.
Here's Mike Huckabee.
Great.
Well, where I come from, when you talk about gun control, that means you can handle the firearm so that you hit the target. That's gun control. I grew up in rural America, South Arkansas. My first BB gun I got when I was 5. I got a pellet gun at 7, a 22 at 9, a Springfield single shot.
So he had an actual firearm at 9 years old.
Yeah, that's such a wise decision. Give a 9-year-old kid
a 22,
a fucking deadly weapon. That's such a bright fucking idea. I mean, like, these people who act like they don't believe in gun control are so full of shit. Of course you believe in gun control. The Second Amendment just says the right to bear arms. Do you interpret that to mean that a private citizen should have a nuclear fucking weapon or a ballistic missile or a fucking, a tank? I mean, probably some of you guys would say they should have the tank.
There are some places where people can have a tank.
But I mean, I think that we all agree that there is a line somewhere. No, I don't think anyone's going to support a private citizen having a weapon of mass destruction or making chemical weapons in their garage or something. So we all agree there's a line. Their only fucking discussion to have is where the fucking line is drawn. And I'm tired of this false dichotomy of like these people who want to control guns and these people who don't. There are no people who don't. I mean, there might be like a fucking far fringe of psychos who just believe that anyone should be able to have any weapon they want, but that's clearly not any fucking sort of majority of people.
My first BB gun was a Daisy 25. I still have all these guns, by the way. Every one. Wow. That Daisy is a classic now, and it's in pristine condition. Got a 20-gauge shotgun when I was 10. So I've grown up, it's sort of the graduation of different firearms.
With so many children dying in gun accidents, it's just unfortunate Mike Huckabee wasn't one of them.
As I grew up. When I hear people say, well, I'm for the Second Amendment, I believe in hunting, I cringe. Because the Second Amendment is not about hunting. I'm a hunter. I turkey hunt, deer hunt, duck hunt, antelope hunt. Look, I love to hunt, but this is not about hunting. This is about freedom. And I've heard people say, Huckabee is one of those gun nuts. But for where I come from,
damn it! I hate this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you love him.
God, no, I don't.
You wish you could
I really
vote for
fucking.
him.
He makes me violent. I really want to fucking hit him in the face with a brick.
He'll shoot you.
Yeah, he probably will. But fuck him, man. He's so fucking stupid. I just his voice and his face, and you can just tell he's a piece of shit. I mean, I can't believe anyone supports or likes this guy. I just hate him. I just fucking hate him.
Is a person who is irrationally afraid of a firearm because they don't understand the nature of having one and the importance to their liberty.
The fucking nature. Everyone understands
and the importance to their
fucking
liberty.
Everyone understands the nature of a gun. Okay, you shoot it. A fucking projectile comes out. It hits something. Whatever it hits gets kind of fucked up. Gets a hole in it, or it gets a dent in it, or whatever, depending on what you shot. And if you shoot a person, there's a good chance they'll become severely injured or they'll die. It's not complicated. No one is fucking scratching their head trying to figure out what the fuck a gun is. Imbecile.
That's why they're so effective, because they're so simple in the way that they work.
God, I just want to bite his fucking head off.
I love guns, but I do love freedom. I love it a lot. And the only way that we ultimately protect our freedom, whether it's the individual freedom in our own homes,
I hope you shoot
or the freedom that we have as an American nation, is that if we are able to outgun whoever wants to take that away from me. Somebody breaks into my house in the middle of the night, want to take away what would be my life, that's my freedom. And they're going to have to understand there will be a gunfight involved in that. And I plan to win. And so for those...
well, you know what? You can plan to win all you want, but they're going to have the element of surprise on their side, aren't they? Some dude fucking busting in your room with a fucking shotgun. You're not going to have time to fucking get your gun. Even if you keep it under your damn pillow like a goddamn cliche, You're still not going to get to it in time to stop him from killing your fucking ass.
He gets out of the shower in the morning and like puts his holster on first.
I mean,
you know,
there's going to be a gunfight, and I intend to win. I'm sure you know what? I'm sure the other guy with a gun will probably be intending to win too. I don't understand this. You know,
that's what the cops are there for. When seconds.
Oh God, he's going to say this.
The cops are just a few minutes away,
Oh.
and then you're dead. So I'm like a lot of people who believe that the Second Amendment is to say, yes, I will still call 911. But it's not going to be to call and helplessly wait as a victim while someone ravages my family or my home. I call 911 to tell them where to come pick up the body of the son of gun who broke in my house.
You're not Dirty Harry, bitch.
You can
look at your fucking pathetic ass. You're not fucking Clint Eastwood in the fucking 1970s where you're like a badass. I ain't gonna call 911 to fucking be like a bitch. I'm gonna call him and tell him to come get the body of the attacker.
He's more like Clint Eastwood talking to the chair.
Yeah.
2009.
You're a fucking. God, I fucking. What up? Never mind. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's all
I have
good.
no apologies for that.
Why don't you shut up? Why don't you just shut up and fucking die, you miserable sack of useless, non-human garbage?
I'm so glad the show is running again. Man, yeah. We had to take drastic measures to stop.
We had to sacrifice a goat to Satan.
Yeah.
But that seems to have done it. Thank you, Satan. Thank God for Satan.
All right. So, someone by the name of Roy Moore compares his anti-gay fight to resistance to slavery and segregation.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've heard people compare, you know, civil rights for LGBT to civil rights for minorities, but he's taking it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. Well, let's take a look at that.
You know, I was looking this morning about what I might say, and I ran across this paper that was lying on my desk, and it's the case of Plessy versus Ferguson in 1896. In 1896, the people of Louisiana had a law that restricted black people sitting with white people in train cars, and a portion of their comment about the wrongness of those Louisiana statutes referred back to Dred Scott, where they said that black people were property. And today, their words in Plessy versus Ferguson seem to ring very true to the issues before this country today about same-sex marriage and taking away the institution of marriage is between one man and one woman. You know, that institution is recognized in every state.
So, that hasn't happened anywhere. You see, what happened, actually, no one anywhere has taken away the institution of marriage between a man and a woman.
No, still exists.
Still exists.
Not going anywhere.
Even in the states where gay marriage has been legalized, heterosexual marriage still going strong, still flourishing, still very much something people are allowed to enter into. So, you're insane.
Basically. Yeah, where does it come from? Like so straight people can't be married anymore. Now, everyone must be in a homosexual marriage.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. I think that they always act like if we legalize gay marriage, then somehow it's mandatory for them. Or if we legalize drugs, then everyone's going to be on drugs. It's just like they have this very stupid thinking, almost like if just because something is allowed or not condemned,
it's encouraged.
That means it's being encouraged or mandated even. It's so bizarre, this mentality that these fucking conservative idiots have.
Allowing something is not the same thing as endorsing something.
Right.
Or mandating something.
Alabama, over 81% of the people voted the definition of marriage is between a man and a woman. In Texas, 76%.
So fucking put it in the dictionary. I don't give a shit. You know, the definition. Why? I mean, we don't always make laws based on definitions, do we? I mean, like,
And not only that,
are we like, well, this is what we define this as?
I mean, if you're just going to go by majority rules, then
Right.
I mean, you could just as easily, if you'd gone, I mean, like the very case he's referring to with, the black people on the subway trains and shit. You know, if they'd gone to the fucking racist ass South, you know, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, whenever, anytime pretty much from the end of the Civil War until, I don't know, maybe even today to an extent, and you ask them, like, you know, do you think black people should have the same rights as white people? You know, you're probably going to get plenty of places where the majority says, no, we don't think they should. That doesn't mean we say, well, the majority of people say that. I mean, you can't give 51% of people the right to oppress the other 49%, is what it really boils down to. So I don't give a fuck if 76% of people voted this way back in 2004 or whatever. It's just gibberish.
Right.
Just because a bunch of bigots get together and say, fuck these people, doesn't mean that we should just say, well, the bigots must be right because they're in the majority.
Of the people voting for marriage's recognition between one man and one woman. And this is Plessy versus Ferguson's statement. There is a dangerous tendency in these latter days to enlarge the function of the courts by means of judicial interference with the will of the people as expressed by the legislature. In my opinion, the judgment this day rendered will, he was talking about the judgment in Plessy versus Ferguson, which said they could not sit on the train cars. In my opinion, the judgment this day rendered will in time prove to be quite as pernicious as the decision made by this tribunal in the Dred Scott case. I believe.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if he actually believes this, but if he does, he's a raving fucking psychotic, and there's really nothing else you could say about him. I mean, it's one of the most preposterous statements that a person could possibly make. He's basically he's saying he's comparing his quest to limit the civil rights of a minority group to a minority group's struggle for freedom in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane.
He's pretending like it's his civil rights that are being violated.
And that's the latest tact I see a lot of these Christians taking. That, you know, if they try to make this bakery make a cake for a gay wedding, then they're infringing on the Christian rights of that baker or whatever. I mean, it's just getting their rhetoric is getting to such a weird place. It was already weird and strange and just flat out wrong before, but it's just taken this whole new turn and this strange dimension of, like, we're the oppressed ones. We're the ones who our rights are under siege. It's like, no, you're not. And you're so clearly not. Shut the fuck up.
Those words could be applied today to any court that recognizes marriage as other than one man and one woman in this country. This is a very important issue. Soon it will be taken up by the United States Supreme Court. And I ask that the people recognize that this is a very foundational principle of our country. I thank Dr. Owens for this.
Okay, so yeah, fuck this guy.
How's it a foundational? I mean, there's nothing about straight marriage that's like foundational to the country. It's not in the fucking Declaration of Independence, or Constitution, or some shit. I mean, you know, I'm sure that, you know, there wasn't widespread acceptance of gay people at that time, but that doesn't mean that heterosexual marriage is somehow like integral to the foundation of America. That's just stupid.
All right, so now we're going to move on. Here's a pretty crazy news story. It'll pretty much speak for itself.
Tonight there is a bizarre story out of Citrus County. A man is in jail for trying to get another man help him commit murder. But investigators end up finding out something even more shocking. They say the suspect wanted to have sex with a corpse. Fox 13's Jim Hill reports.
Oh, Ben, that reminds me. I was thinking, I've been wanting to fuck a corpse lately. I was thinking maybe you and I could, murder someone together, because I'll need a little help. And,
okay.
It doesn't really matter who, maybe we go to a mall or something, stake out victims. When I see someone who I think would make an attractive corpse, basically, you'd help me murder them. And then I would have sex with the corpse. And you can have sex with the corpse, too, if you want to.
Wouldn't it just be easier to, grave rob or something like that?
No, I want it fresh. Fresh corpse.
Oh.
Fresh corpse, please. I want to fuck it before rigor mortis sets in.
All right.
So if you would help me out with that, that'd be
I don't think I will.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it more after the show.
Okay.
The bizarre plot started to unfold inside this house. Citrus County deputies say Kevin Wade Daly was behind it. He's accused of trying to recruit someone to commit.
I just want to say quickly that guy is pretty much exactly what I envisioned.
Really?
When I heard the story, when I think of someone who wants to recruit someone to help them murder someone so that he could fuck the corpse, I think of the face of Kevin Wade Daly, instantly. It's the mustache, I think, and the very intense scowl, which is probably just because he's been arrested, but...
Murder.
He was charged with criminal solicitation to commit first-degree murder.
Deputies uncovered the alleged plot after a 2-week investigation. They say it happened after Daly struck up a friendship with a St. Petersburg man over the internet.
He became increasingly alarmed as the suspect, our Mr. Daly, was talking about coming down to the St. Petersburg area to commit this crime. And then during the course of that, he changed his story and said that he had targeted someone up here in Citrus County.
But detectives say even more shocking was Daly's motive.
Homosexual necrophilia is...
Homosexual necrophilia.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome.
What the purpose was. There were going to be sex acts committed on a male corpse.
Investigators say Daly even revealed that his intended victim was a man from Homosassa who was doing construction work in his neighborhood.
He actually came up with his name and his place of business and actually called the man's place of business on the prospect of saying
that's not a common fear that I have, some random dude staking me out to murder me and have sex with my dead body.
How would you feel if it was revealed, if this guy had been caught and it was around here and it's he wanted to he wanted to kill and fuck Ben.
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
How do you think you'd feel? You think you'd, have a rough time, with that for a few days at least?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd probably make me more increasingly paranoid of strangers, for sure.
I would think so. I feel kind of bad for the guy,
Yeah.
Maybe he'd be better off if he'd just been killed and fucked, because now he's got to just look over his shoulder for the rest of his life, worrying that someone wants to kill him and fuck him.
good job he had done.
Daly's neighbors couldn't believe it.
It's scary. I mean, I got my daughter here, too.
I was glad that
he
he
don't
didn't
want
get to
her.
really know him
He
on a
wanted
personal
gay
level to
necrophilia.
invite him into our home.
They're thankful he's behind bars.
He could have murdered me over there in his backyard.
We can sleep
It's not all he would have done.
a lot easier knowing that he's not next door.
You didn't know before. I mean, I don't understand that. We could sleep easier now that the guy we never knew was like this is in jail. I mean, what?
I'm glad he's going if he's... I mean, we don't need that kind of... Whew, that's scary. Real scary.
We don't need that kind of...
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. He turned into a bird for a second.
Jim Hill, Fox 13 News.
Here's one last thing about... Here's Ted Cruz, potential future president of the United States.
Hopefully.
And he's talking about how there's a gay jihad threatening religious freedom.
Let me tell y'all about the gay jihad.
We look.
Oh, look who he's with.
At the jihad that is being.
Look who he's with.
I can't. Who is that?
It's Huckabee.
Is that Huckabee?
Yeah.
Waged right
Huckabee
now.
looks fatter in this shot.
In Indiana and Arkansas, going after people of faith who respect the biblical teaching that marriage is the union of one man and one woman. We need to bring people together to the religious liberty values that built this country. It wasn't long ago when this was an area of bipartisan agreement. It wasn't long ago. It used to be Democrats and Republicans, they might disagree on marginal tax rates. But when it came to the First Amendment, we all stood together and said, of course, every one of us has a God-given right to seek out and worship God and to live according to our faith and our conscience and our beliefs. This election needs to be about bringing together that consensus again.
I mean, even one of the principal architects of the fucking Bill of Rights and the Constitution and all that was Thomas Jefferson. And if you read his writings, he talks specifically about how the First Amendment creates a wall of separation between church and state. And yeah, you are entitled to religious freedom, but you're also entitled to not believe in religion if you don't want to. And in fact, Thomas Jefferson, pretty famously at this point, removed all of the supernatural stuff from the Bible.
Yeah, the Jefferson Bible.
Yeah, to create the Jefferson Bible. Thomas Paine wrote a book called The Age of Reason, which I would say is the precursor to books like The God Delusion or God is Not Great, because it's about embracing a rational, evidence-based worldview. And these are two of our founding fathers. Two of the principal architects of America, especially in the case of Jefferson. So I don't understand how Ted Cruz can sit there and act like this crazy interpretation of the First Amendment that he's preaching has any basis in fact. It so clearly does not. He's insane. He's a moron. If he's president, we're fucked.
And that's got to come from the people.
All right, so due to the technical issues, we're going to go a little later than usual. We're going to go ahead and start the stupid ad segment.
Stupid ads.
First one here is for a product known as the Poop and Pull.
Well, that sounds promising.
It sounds very pleasant.
You could say we were unsuccessful with our first potty training experience. Our son was going into preschool, and we had to have him potty trained by the time he got in there.
He hated it. It was so frustrating for me.
So I found an article online that talked.
It's funny because there's a time in all of our lives where we're pissed off because our parents don't want us to shit our pants anymore.
I'm still angry.
About successful potty training using rewards. It had these ideas of the potty rewards need to be immediate. The child needs to know they're there. And I started looking at all these different aspects of potty training and what needs to be a part of the reward system. And I built what I called the Poop and Pull. I just built a wooden box in my garage. It was this red, awful wooden thing. And it was terrible. It looked terrible. But the fact is it worked. Since Caden started using that, he was potty trained within a couple days. And our biggest issue was actually keeping him off the potty because he was having so much fun using the Poop and Pull.
Okay, so it's like positive reinforcement. It's like dog training, basically.
Right. Well, you know, we're still animals.
Sure.
You know, whatever. I mean, it I don't know. It's stupid.
It serves its purpose, I guess.
I guess if it works, it works. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, in many ways, unless the child has some sort of physical problem, like bowel problem, it is like a psychological thing.
Right.
So,
You know, I just don't understand what's going to stop the kid from just sitting there pulling on it over and over again and getting like a million prizes.
Right. How are they like, no, you have to poop every time?
Yeah, you know, because I mean, it seems to me like if I was the kid, I'd just go in the bathroom, pull the fucking string, get the prizes, and fucking
blame it on Scotty.
Yeah, you know, Scotty did it, Mom, not me. So I don't really see the efficacy there, but maybe I'm, you know, whatever.
Next commercial is a retro commercial. I thought it was amusing. I can't believe that at one time people wore wristwatches with big ass calculators on them.
Announcing an amazing electronic breakthrough. A watch so unbelievable, so incredible, so revolutionary that it goes beyond time.
Jesus Christ. Are we in the Twilight Zone?
Introducing the Multicron 20-function calculator watch.
Look at that fucking thing. Look at it.
So basically, this is pussy repellent.
This is 1983.
It's so advanced it replaces all of this. Imagine every digital feature you could ever want is now available in this one single timepiece. Plus,
it had a calendar. Okay.
There's a special 21st feature that will astound you, but we're saving that one for last. Multicron is a full-function calculator that adds, subtracts, multiplies.
But does it divide? Does it? It
It
divides!
has a memory and even a constant. The Multicron is a stopwatch and lap timer that gives you hundredth of a second accuracy. Of course,
What the fuck is going on?
Whoa.
It's like, I feel like I'm being sold pussy repellent by the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
It's also an everyday watch that shows the hour, the minute, and the exact second. It displays AM or PM or 24-hour military time. It gives you the month,
does
the
everything.
date, and the day of the week. And
do your
it has a
fucking
nightlight
taxes
for
with this
easy
watch.
viewing. The Multicron has a daily alarm, or can be set a week in advance. It even has...
What do you think this mystery 21st feature is? Because they're going to get to it.
Lasers.
It's an hourly
shoots a
chime
fucking
if you want it.
laser.
And now that astounding feature 21.
Feature 21, everybody.
The price. The
Oh, that's garbage.
That's such a fuck.
Let's see what it is. I mean, mind you, this is 1983, so the dollar had a much higher value.
Right.
Multicron is not $100, not $75, not $50, not even $30. It's yours for the unbelievable low price of only $19.99.
It's kind of scary. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like this, yeah, you know, you feel like by the time this guy is done talking, you almost feel like this watch is a threat to your existence.
Yeah. 1999. It does this and this.
Soon it will replace you.
Yeah.
Your family will love the watch more than they love you.
All right, so next product is called
And it's only $19.99, Ben.
The next product is called the Pen Quarter.
It's a pen. It's a quarter.
Wouldn't it be great if you could stop scribbling important notes and still remember everything later?
Yes,
or have an
I guess it
accurate
would.
record of your doctor's specific directions without
Yes.
relying on your memory? Well, now you can, because now you can record it all with the Pen Quarter, the digital recorder that changes everything. Because in addition to being a fine writing instrument, it's also a discreet recorder that doesn't need tapes or batteries.
Okay. Can you imagine if it needed tapes?
How much? I mean, they couldn't have that much memory on it, really. And it seems like it'd be kind of a pain in the. It does like with no actual like menu that you can choose from. It's probably be pretty hard to scroll back through your recordings.
So easy, anyone can do it. Just switch it on to record, then insert into any computer to play back your recordings.
First contact shipping, then send out all the emails.
Pen Quarter records up to 25 hours and works.
Good thing I had my pen, Carter.
Why was it a woman? Or I don't know. Like, so she was like taking notes that her boss was dictating to her, and that's all it said. Why couldn't she just remember that?
I don't know.
That wasn't a lot of instructions.
It seems to me like if you want to remember something, you could get a pen or you can get a recorder, but combining them both into one thing really isn't doing anything new or interesting.
How much do you think it is?
Probably like $20 ish. maybe 30. You probably get 2 of them too. Jeez. Oh wait, that's one of the that's a regular recorder. Okay. No software required.
You could call now and get the amazing new pen quarter for only $19.99.
$19.99.
Order right now.
Oh,
and
there
get
you
the double
go.
the offer and get.
Why is this shit so predictable?
Because because it's based on methods they've developed. Because they know someone's sitting here watching this fucking
Probably an old person, an old retired person.
Yeah, they're
because these
sitting
commercials show like when the soap operas are on, or like The Price is Right.
Right, or at like 3 a.m. You know, they're sitting there, they see the pen quarter, maybe they think it's kind of a cute idea. I don't know if I'll get it. You know, and then they say, oh, well, it's only $19.99. Like, well, that's not that much. And they're like, well, you get 2. And they're like, oh, well, that clinches the deal for me.
At a second pen
Meanwhile,
quarter.
this shit ain't worth a fuck.
No, it's garbage.
I mean, it's a total piece of shit. You're never going to actually use it. It's fucking looks inconvenient. Probably is a shitty pen and an even shittier fucking recorder.
Pen quarter, only $19.99. Call now for this amazing TV-only offer.
And there's a reason why none of these products are around like 10 years later.
No.
You never see something in one of these infomercials that people are still using.
How about Chia Pet though?
Chia. I don't know. Do people still use those?
I mean, I still see commercials for them, so people must be
really?
buying them.
I had no idea. But that's kind of different though. Because that's not, the Chia Pet doesn't even pretend like it actually has a use.
Yeah, it doesn't solve some false problem.
Yeah, like, are you tired of, every time you put on your glasses, your dick explodes? Like, no. Well, you need the new...
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, so this one's called Easy Feet.
How do you clean your feet? You bend, stretch, and you can't reach.
Tired of all
Keeping
that
your tired
bending,
feet looking
goddammit.
young is such a chore, but not anymore. This
Jesus
is Easy
Christ,
Feet.
that looks dangerous. Guys fucking sitting there jumping up and down in the shower on one leg. I mean, it's slippery in there, buddy.
Revolution in convenience. A foot massage every day. Easy Feet has over
that just looks like
1,000
it would tickle
rejuvenating bristles to
annoyingly.
gently massage and clean the top, the bottom, and even has a built-in pumice stone for rough, cracked heels. So make ugly, dry skin a thing of the past.
Fuck
Easy
you, ugly
Feet.
dry skin. You're a thing of the past now.
Makes me
No
feel
longer
a lot
will we
more
be
confident
oppressed.
when wearing my strappy shoes.
Easy Feet
My
will literally
strappy
change
shoes.
the way you bathe forever. Easy Feet's unique design not only cleans your feet, but massages and gently exfoliates.
It looks
And
weird.
It doesn't, like, I'm imagining the sensation of that on my foot, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
eliminates dirt. And most importantly, Easy Feet cleans in between your toes. It's great because
Also,
you don't
wouldn't
have
it
to
get really dirty itself?
Probably. You probably have to clean it.
Yeah, that's just one more thing you gotta clean. Fuck Easy Feet.
So how much do you think Easy Feet costs?
It's probably $19.99 again. I can't see them charging more than that for it. You probably get 2 pairs again. Or some other bullshit shower appliance. Yep, you get 2 Easy Feet for...
free. Just pay separate processing. So that's 2 Easy Feet for only $14.99.
Yeah.
Whoa,
$14.99.
$14.99.
Yep, so...
It's because they cost 50 cents a piece to make.
If that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them.
This
They're
double
pieces of
offer
shit.
won't last long, so call now.
I mean, like, I guess if you're really old and you can't bend over to clean your fucking feet anymore, maybe. But I mean, I would just say, like, sit down and, lift your feet up on your fucking knee and, clean it with a washcloth or something. I mean, you really don't need some $14.99 piece of shit that, it's probably more hassle to maintain it than it's worth. Looks like it feels weird on your feet, too, to me. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know about you, Ben, but to me, it doesn't look like a pleasant experience.
I don't
really.
know what it feels like. Like it's hard to tell. It depends on how like stiff the little bristle things on it are.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Just based on how it looks, I don't think it would feel nice.
If I want, I mean, I have no problem cleaning my feet now, so I really don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, it's like, whatever. Why don't they just invent, like, shoes that are little washing machines, you know?
They probably have something like that, like pedicure machines of some sort. All right, so we're going to move on. This is... I'll just play it. It's hard to explain. Let's see.
Listen up, ladies. We all know leggings are just so comfortable and easy, but now jeans, they just look good, and they go with everything. So how do you choose? Well, you don't have to.
That has been
now
the fucking
there's
great
jeans.
philosophical question of our age. I think Socrates himself fucking pondered that one. It's like, do I wear leggings? Do I wear jeans? I mean, leggings are so comfortable, but jeans look so good. Can't decide.
Jeans is our first garment to combine leggings and jeans, giving you a fashionable, stylish new look. With Genies, comfort
so
never...
they're leggings that look like jeans.
Yes. Is that weird?
Big deal.
It looks so good.
They look just like my favorite pair of jeans, but I get the comfort of leggings.
Genie's smart fabric makes your legs look firm and slim. How do they do it?
I wear jeans pretty much every day, and I'm never just like, holy shit, are these jeans uncomfortable, man?
That'd be so funny if you wore leggings.
I mean, you know, I'll fucking try it. I don't care. I'll wear leggings around.
That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna stuff the front though. Get a bunch of socks. Yeah, my dick is huge.
The secret is Genie's triple layer technology.
Triple layer.
The ultra comfy layer is so soft against
apparently made
They
of-
look so fake.
They look. There's like a layer that's. Why is that one layer moving around? Is it like full of fucking little microscopic bacteria and shit? Just like scrambling around. I mean, look at it.
Let's see how much they cost.
Designer jeans are $89, dude. But
Here's
for this special TV offer.
I like how they pretend like this isn't only offered on TV. You know, like special TV offer.
In this special TV offer, get your Genies in classic denim for just $19.95.
Holy
but ladies,
fuck.
we know you can't get by with just one pair.
Look
so
how good
we'll
your butt
double
look
the
at 'em.
offer.
So $19.95
for 2 pairs of Genies. They're like jeans, but they're leggings, and they look like jeans, kind of. Not
They look
really.
like leggings painted like jeans, is what they look like.
Yeah, they look like leggings that are pretending to be jeans. I have a pair of pajama pants that are that like have a jeans design on the front. You know, so I kind of already have a Genies, but it's not tight like leggings. It's like loose, like pajama pants.
Next one here is Big Vision Eyewear.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Why is it no matter what you do, the view is never big enough for you?
It's just all a big blur.
It looks a little bit like
Get reading glasses.
Small and
I'm having trouble.
really trying to pull my arms away very hard.
What you need is Big Vision, the magnifying eyewear that makes everything bigger, clearer, and easier
Didn't
to
we
do.
review another product that was like this?
Yeah, or maybe this was even the same one. I don't know.
No, it was different than this. But I mean, it's like, just get fucking reading glasses. I don't understand why reading glasses already solved this problem ages ago. Why do you need some special new, the Super Mag Mega glasses? You know, now you can see shit close up that used to be blurry because you're old and your eyes suck dick.
And it's just like instant clarity.
With this, the print is really so nice and so clear.
I can read it perfect now.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I would never have been able to do it without these.
Big Vision's design brings the power of a magnifying glass to the place you really need it, your eyes. Big Vision brings 200% magnification to
Yeah,
both
what the fuck else? What other part of your body would use a magnifying glass?
It brings it to your eyes.
It brings it to the part of you that needs it, your eyes. Yeah. What the fuck else? When have people ever used magnifying glasses for any other part of their body? My knee needs a magnifying glass, so, it looks bigger to itself. I don't know. What the fuck said? I mean, it's like a pointless... whatever.
eyes with no distortion and no prescription needed.
The goal was to reduce eye pain, eye strain, and eye fatigue, and that's what good magnification eyewear does.
It's very clear. It's amazing.
They do not make reading glasses that do this. It's like high definition.
I don't even see any reason to wear readers anymore. These are great.
Big Vision can be worn over prescription glasses and contacts and gives your eyes the extra boost they need. It's perfect for reading small print on medications.
So clearly this is being marketed towards a specific demographic that needs to read small...
And takes medication.
Yeah, medication labels and shit. I hate how all these things that are clearly being sold to the elderly are... They have commercials that act like young people want this shit too.
Yeah, oh, this is great. I definitely don't look like a piece of shit wearing this.
Oh, this doesn't look fucking dorky as fuck
Yeah.
at all. Yeah, this is great. Now I can read that small print that I already can because I'm not 80.
We're going to give you another pair free. Just pay processing and handling. That's 2 pairs of Big Visions, a big value, with carry cases and
$19.99. I can't believe it.
Okay, yeah, so almost everyone we've covered so far has the double offer thing.
They love that.
Yep.
That's like their greatest gimmick. They're like, yeah, you think you're just getting one for that price? No way. You get 2. So in case you lose one, you still got one.
All right.
Or you could give the other one away to someone else as a really lame gift. And you get 2 cases for them too, Ben. So really, it's worth it.
Next one we have here is called Teeter Hang-Ups.
Teeter Hang-Ups?
Yeah, Teeter Hang-Ups.
Okay.
A better back and a better body. Since 1981, that has been my passion. I created Teeter Hang-Ups so people could live healthier, more active lives. I know what it's like to have back pain. When I found inversion, it changed my life forever, and I believe it can change yours. I am proud to present the newest and best Teeter Hang-Ups. Teeter Hang-Ups is
Some sort of medieval torture device.
Yeah. What is... I mean...
He said inversion, so
I would
hanging
never...
upside down?
I would never do that on that thing because, you know, at my size... I mean, I just don't trust that fucking thing.
It is kind of like a trust fall because you have to like lean, like, you know, you strap yourself into it and then you tilt, tip yourself
if
back.
If that thing falls apart, the first thing hitting the fucking ground is your fucking skull. I mean, that's no good.
easy to use. Simply set it, lock it, recline, and relax. Just 3 to 5 minutes a day in your own home to help relieve back pain, relieve stress, improve posture, rejuvenate joint health, and build core strength.
How would it do any of that? How does laying upside down, upside down at an angle for 3 to 5 minutes fix your posture and relieve your back pain? I don't get it.
Offers relief from back pain, naturally targeting the source of the ache by relaxing tense muscles and providing decompression that can help to restore the nutrients to the discs, reduce nerve pressure, and realign the spine.
I can get on it, hang upside down for 10 or 15 minutes, get up, and my back pain is gone.
So we've missed it. This was the cure to back pain all along, hanging upside down.
I mean, but apparently he has to use it often because he's like, oh, I get on for 10 or 15 minutes and my back pain is gone. But apparently it comes right back every time, so it doesn't seem like it's actually solving the problem. At the most, even if we assume that it works for temporary relief at best. And right underneath what he says, it says results may vary, consult your physician. So it's not like they have some supreme confidence that this shit actually works.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Instantly, I was feeling the effects from it. My lower back was feeling better in the mornings, and I just kind of felt rejuvenated getting off it every day.
Medical and scientific studies around the world have shown the benefits of inversion, and over 2 million people have put their trust in Teeter Hang-Ups for a better back and a better body. I'm over 72, and I feel...
Can we go back and watch that again, please? Yeah, let's see that again. That was the greatest. Yeah, a little further. There we go. Okay, everybody, prepare yourself. We're gonna see that again.
He jumps like Mario.
And like a fucking inch off the ground.
2.
It's like, I'm 72 and I can kind of jump still a little. Someone needs to well, I guess not Photoshop, but like get that commercial and like put one of the Mario blocks above his head so when he jumps, you can like have him like break it and a coin comes out, you know, because that'd be pretty sick.
And I feel great.
Only Teeter meets UL's tough consumer safety testing standard. No one else even comes close to Teeter quality and performance. Now you can try the latest Teeter hang-ups in your home for 30 days for only $14.95 with free shipping. We'll also include 2 of our most popular accessories.
How much does it cost if you want to keep it there?
Massage.
Oh, so it has acupressure nodes.
Yeah.
So not only can you hang upside down in an awkward-looking piece of equipment,
have little knobs digging.
but yeah,
in.
you can have little knobs digging into your back. Does that sound like a good time, Ben?
I said it looks like a fucking torture device.
How would you like one of these?
The lumbar stretch. Plus, you'll receive the healthy back and core system. But that is not all. If you call now, we'll also upgrade your order to free expedited processing.
This thing is mine. You can't have it. It's one of my most valuable possessions. It really is.
Okay, well, your life is meaningless then. You should probably just, quietly leave this world. Because if this is one of your most valuable possessions, I mean, it's just like the saddest thing I've ever heard, honestly.
How many more you want to do?
As many more as you want, Ben.
All right.
It's up to you.
Next one is called Quick Bright.
Quick Bright.
Open a refrigerator and the light goes on automatically. Open a car door and the light goes on automatically. Wouldn't it be great if you could have a light go on anywhere you need it? Well, now you can with Quick Brights, the super bright LED lights that go on anywhere.
This is not the first one of these that we've covered.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, a light with a sticker on it, basically.
Also, here's an idea. If you want to go look through your drawer, just turn the lights on in the fucking room. And, if someone else is sleeping, I guess that this comes in handy then. But, how often are you having to rummage through drawers with someone else sleeping next to you that's going to wake up as soon as you turn a light on? So you need the quick light. Just turn the fucking lights on. God damn.
Where they install in seconds.
Also, most people have cell phones now. And guess what? Every fucking cell phone pretty much has a goddamn light on it.
Yeah, if you're not using the screen for a light, then you can use the flash for a light, which is super bright.
Place on any door, drawer, or cabinet. And Quick Brights go on automatically when you open and off when you close. Perfect to light up dark drawers, bright enough to light a closet, or to help you see clearly in dark cabinets. They can even light up your medicine chest. You can even count on them when the power goes out. Quick Brights go on when you open and off when you close. Now you
Amazing. Truly, Quick Brights are the most amazing technology. We can pretty much wrap up the whole humanity thing because we have reached the pinnacle of innovation now. Thank you, Quick Bright.
Find small things in sewing baskets, toolboxes, and tackle boxes too. You can even light up the inside of your mailbox. And Quick Brights are guaranteed to never burn out, or we'll replace them free. So stop straining.
Yeah, right. Like you'll even be fucking still in business in 2 years when that piece of shit breaks. We're sorry, we no longer offer Quick Bright.
I wonder if it has a replaceable battery in it.
Over the house. With Quick Brights, you've got the light you need wherever you need it.
Okay, how much does this piece of shit cost?
You probably get like 4 for $20.
Whoa! You get
you get 8. You get 8 of them for probably $20.
lights to mini spotlights, just like that, and swivel
Holy
all the way
shit.
around. The flood to see where you are, the spot to see what you're doing. Swivel spots are great under current lights price.
Oh my
A
God.
$100 value, all for just $14.99.
That is not $100 value.
Yeah, how do they where do they get that
by
from?
what fucking? I'd love to see the math that says that this is $100 value. No fucking person on the face of the earth would look at what's on the screen right now and say, "Ooh, how much is that? $100?" Like, no, sir, it's only $14.99.
Whoa! I'm blown away, mind blown.
How could this be? Yeah, $100 value, Ben.
All right, so next one is called the Easy Egg Witch.
So basically, it's going to be like some kind of like cylinder or something that you put your eggs in to cook them, and then you can put it on a sandwich, or...
Everyone loves a delicious breakfast sandwich, but fast food sandwiches are loaded with oil, grease, and fat. And
That's what we
frozen
like about
breakfast
them.
Sandwiches, who wants to eat that? Introducing Easy Egg Witch, the fast, easy way to make fresh, flavorful, healthier breakfast sandwiches at home. Just add an egg and your favorite fixings to the non-stick Easy Egg Witch. Place on the lid and pop it in the microwave. In just 1 minute, you have a perfectly sized round egg that easily slides onto English muffins, biscuits, bagels, and more. The secret is the unique steam circulation design that cooks fluffy, delicious eggs in the perfect sandwich shape. Make a crisp.
What's your opinion? It looks like the...
Just go to fucking McDonald's and get the goddamn egg sandwich from there.
Bacon, egg, and cheese English muffin. Scramble eggs for a tasty sausage, egg, and cheese. A mouth-watering ham, egg, and cheese biscuit. Or enjoy a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Here's the thing. You could sit there and you can fucking cut up some bread and make some bacon and get some cheese out and dirty up this fucking piece of crap contraption that you're going to have to wash later. Or you could just go to McDonald's, buy the fucking same sandwich, and then all you have to fucking throw away afterwards is just a wrapper. It's way fucking easier. This thing is not convenient at all. Fuck you, Easy Egg Witch. Your eggs on hard mode.
I didn't see a price, but who cares?
I don't give a flying fuck.
All right, so...
Any price is too high.
We'll do one more here. This one's called Bull Bright.
Bull Bright. At least
Going to the bathroom in the middle of the night can really trip
Jesus
you up.
Christ.
Ladies hate when he goes with the seat down. He leaves the light off, but misses, makes a...
Oh my God. I can't believe we're really going there.
Yeah,
like,
she's cleaning the piss off the toilet seat.
Stupid son of a bitch pissed on the seat.
mess, and that could ruin everyone's night. What you need is Bowl Bright, the night light for your toilet bowl, so you're in control. Just enough light without having to turn on the dreaded wake-up light. Bowl Bright is battery operated, fits any toilet bowl. No tools needed. Simply adhere to the back of the lid. Stays right where you put it, no matter how many times you open and close.
Are we so stupid as a society that we feel the need? We have perfectly good, like, we have so many options for light, and yet there's people watching TV like, man, if only there was some way to light my bathroom.
Well, it's an indicator of whether or not the toilet seat is down.
Right. I mean, but you know what else is an indicator? Is just turning the fucking light on.
And looking at the toilet seat and seeing if it's down.
And they're like, oh, you don't have to turn on the dreaded wake-up light. How about close the fucking door? Most bathrooms have a fucking door.
The lid. Bowl Bright provides perfect light for years and years.
It's so simple to install. It just took seconds. It was actually easier than changing the toilet paper.
The secret is Bowl Bright's smart motion detection system that automatically turns on when you enter and turns itself off.
Why is it shooting him in the groin? Did you see that?
Yeah, it was like shooting sonic waves, like sonic boom. It's shooting his junk.
System that automatically turns
junk
on
attack,
and
junk
turns
attack,
itself off.
junk attack.
When you leave, it's the light that cares because it knows that you're there. Bowl Bright is so smart, it even knows whether the lid is up or down. Red if you left the seat up, and green if the seat is down, so you know if it's safe to go.
Now every time when he leaves the seat up, I'll know. Red tells me the lid is...
Next time he leaves the seat up, it'll shoot laser
It'll
beams.
shoot his dick off with lasers.
is up. Green tells tells me it's down, it's safe to sit.
Turning the light on in the middle of the night will wake you and everyone else up, but not with Full Bright. It's just enough light to make the bowl bright, making sure your family sleeps soundly all night. Full Bright is perfect for the master bath, kids bath, any bathroom in the house.
I bought one for my mom and dad, and as soon as I saw how well it works, I bought 3 for me.
Just turn the fucking light on in the bathroom, you fucking idiots. What is this shit? Like, it's gonna wake everyone in the house up? Close the fucking door to the bathroom. And then they're like, oh, it's gonna wake you up too. Well, you're obviously already up if you're fucking going to the goddamn bathroom.
$14.99 plus shipping and handling.
But to make this the brightest offer on TV, we'll send you a second absolutely
Another
free.
double
That's 2
offer.
Bull Brights for only $14.99. This offer is not available in any store, so call now.
Are you too stupid to turn on a light? Well, here's this piece of shit. Enjoy, America.
All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Sorry for all the issues. We ended up figuring out what the issue was and fixing it.
Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to listen to the pre-show and the post-show, please download this on iTunes.
Yeah, there's a link in the description.
Yep. I mean, this one won't be up for a little while yet, but once it is, you can listen to the pre- and post-show, and
if you don't use iTunes, you can just go to our Podbean page.
Yeah, I got a Podbean page as well, and you can download it there.
All right.
Sweet.